So let's set the scene.
I'm excited que sus hijos parte de la familia.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna make it.
In a situation like that, you really don't know how to handle it. The demons always come back, and
She impacted us so much more than we could have possibly impacted her.
Sometimes I feel sad, and sometimes I feel okay about it.
I was gonna hurt myself.
this is what it feels like to truly be wanted.
When you're throwing into the wind, it has to be neutral. If the point of the ball is up, any wind friction is going to push that ball up over the top.
After the play was not lost on me.
Sobre todo cuando creo que mi brazo ya no está aguantando.
That was the best part.
Welcome to the 47th Annual Sports Emmys, live from Jazz and Lincoln Center in New York City. Now, please welcome your host for the evening, Roy Wood Jr.
New York City, make some noise. New York City, how you doing? New York City, what's up? Up top, what's up? Back behind me, how y'all doing? You look good, New York. Brother Pedro, you look good, you look good. Welcome, 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 you all. Before we even get started, man, first and foremost, welcome to the 47th Annual Sports Emmy Awards. I'm your host, Roy Wood Jr. Yeah. And before we do anything else off the top, we're going to give it up for the Howard University Drumline. They were doing their thing. HU, you know, indeed. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a wonderful, wonderful show for you tonight. We got a little bit of a budget this year, and got ourselves a damn organist. How about that? We got ourselves an organist. Y'all give it up for Chad Dizens. Chad gonna be setting the mood all night, and you may not know Chad's face, but if you have ever been inside of Madison Square Garden for hockey or basketball, you have heard his work. He is on the organ for all of the sporting events, and coming up, Chad, for the first time in almost 30 years, will get to play the organ during the NBA Finals game. Good for you, Chad. Because I know you ain't used to playing the organ this late into the NBA season. Good for you. I'm telling y'all, ain't nothing better than being in New York City the day after the Knicks did something good. There is no better city. I saw a rat riding a pigeon. People saying hello and people just being polite to you. It felt like Southern hospitality. Well, hello to you, sir. Hello to you, sir. It's a good time, man. It's a good time. And let me also say that y'all look real good tonight. Y'all look real good tonight. Clap it up for yourselves. I see some good outfits out there. Some good tailoring. Y'all been spending that podcast ZipRecruiter money, I see. Some of that some of that sponsorship money. I mean, check out some of these looks from the red carpet a few hours ago. Look at some of these wonderful people up there on the red carpet. We got Kimmy Fasani right there. Very nice. We got the lovely Jess from Memphis on the Mountain right there. We got them lovely gentlemen coordinating. And I don't think anybody in this room did it better than the Cholita Skaters of Bolivia. Their documentary is being honored tonight as well. Like I said, my name is Roy Wood Jr., and these are the 47th Sports Awards, Sports Emmys, and I don't know who's going to win tonight. Nobody knows who's going to win tonight. Fun fact: this is one of the last few pieces of sporting information that can't be spoiled by Sham Charania. The Sports Emmys is 47 years old this year. 47 years old. A lot of y'all in this room, a lot of athletes, y'all know what it means to be 47. That means you got to make a real serious decision. You got to choose between coaching or broadcasting. And the Sports Emmys is in that same place. This is an immovable institution, people. 47 years is a long time. There's a lot of things that have come and gone in 47 years that we thought would still be here. Arena League football, gone. Seattle Supersonics, gone. Voting Rights Act, gone. My point, easy, that's the only political one. Easy. My point is, this is an immovable institution, and I really do want to say how honored I am to be in the room with all of you all tonight. I hope that you all have enjoyed having an opportunity to mingle with your colleagues. I know that what you do is not easy. I'm primarily a comedian. I get to crack a joke or two here and there on CNN, but every year for about 4 or 5 weeks out the year, MLB Network lets me dust off my journalism degree, and I go and I cover college baseball at black colleges around this country. And it's a beautiful thing. And what I've learned in those 5 weeks is that what y'all do is hard as hell, and I don't know how y'all do that for a whole damn year. Just traveling the country, whether you're in the production truck or you're in front of the camera, you are sacrificing time away from your family, and we all know that family is important, right? Family's very important. In fact, family is so important that some of y'all went out and started a second one. Okay, getting closer to home? Okay, that's fine. And that family was so special, you didn't tell anybody about that second family. I'm just saying y'all had a lot of scandals this year. That's what I'm trying to say. You had a lot of scandals this year. There was some doozies of scandals this year in the world of sports media. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all had some infidelity scandals. Y'all had some gambling scandals. Y'all had a curling scandal. You had a ski jumping scandal. A ski jumper said, I didn't even know that enlarging your genitals would make you more aerodynamic in the air. I just figured for me, it always create drag. This year's scandals have been crazy. In fact, there's been so many scandals, and it's so hard to keep up with all of them. As you sit here right now, everybody in this room, you completely forgot that Mark Sanchez was in a street fight. You've got to stop and remember that. And I'm not hating on Mark Sanchez. I know he's getting help, more power to him. I'm just saying, there's so many scandals, you can't even keep up with all of the fights. And it's even worse. It's even worse when the scandal involves a member of the sports community who was a woman. That's when it gets really nasty, because in this industry, if we haven't learned anything else, if a woman is involved in a scandal, then somehow every other woman in sports media gets painted with the same brush, and that's not fair. We cannot live like that. We cannot have an industry like that. We cannot treat people like that, because if we're gonna assume that every woman in sports media is sexing her way to the top, then we also have to assume that Pablo Torre is the biggest freak in the room. All Pablo Torre do is find out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he had sex with a lot of people. I'm just saying I find it odd that all of a sudden now he wasn't finding out shit for the first 10, 15 years we knew him. And now you find out everything. Look, man, the man is nominated for 3 awards in 2 categories. He is a slut. But much respect to your awards and everything that you've already won, by the way. Let me stop. I don't want no trouble, because There's one thing you don't want. You don't want Pablo Torre investigating you. That man snitched on a magician. Magician bring us joy. Pablo snitched on his ass. He is the Benson and Stabler of sports journalism. Damn Asian Colombo. That joke was for the people over 60. Everybody else is like, oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't want no trouble with nobody in this room. I see a lot of wonderful athletes in this room. A lot of them man microphones. You got podcasts that do well and people love you. And the last thing I want to be is the topic of anybody's podcast, because y'all take that podcast stuff seriously. Because if I ain't learned nothing else about watching sports journalists, the only thing you love more than talking sports is talking shit. Inside the NBA is nominated twice tonight. Yeah. They talk a lot of trash on that show. It's nominated twice. Once for basketball, and again for Ernie Johnson making Draymond Green apologize. You know how wrong you got to be to make Charles Barkley seem like the one that's in the right? Kudos to you, Ernie Johnson. And them podcasts, man, you don't want to play around with them podcasts, because what I've also learned in observing sports journalists, you all move one way on the microphone in the studio with the big lights and the LEDs, but when you at the crib with that little bookshelf behind you, oh, the gloves come off. Y'all turn that camera on and y'all go in on each other. Athletes too. The closer the bookshelf is to the camera, the more they gonna get ignorant with your ass. Ryan Clark don't mess around. Cam Newton don't be messing around. I love my favorite podcast is All the Smoke. That's my favorite athlete podcast. Because they don't even wait to get to the studio to cuss you out. You make Matt Barnes mad, you make Steven Jackson mad, they gonna be on you in the backseat of an Uber X with the seatbelt still on. But I think we all know the one person you definitely don't want to be on the wrong side of in the podcast for, and that's Stephen A. Smith. That brother on TV 14 hours a day. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. What I love about Stephen A. Stephen A. does this masterful thing where he almost tells all of your business. And that's what makes people like start shivering with him. Because you ever notice when anybody beef with Stephen A., they beef, but the beef ain't long, because he gonna shut it down, because he'll just tell a random fact about your life. Stephen A. will get on the microphone in the middle of the show like, "Now I see you over there throwing incendiary shots. But let's not forget 2001 NBA Finals, Game 3, Lakers Sixers at the Spectrum Center. I left the Spectrum Center working for the Philadelphia Inquirer, and I went to the Walgreens, North Broad Street, to get myself a refreshing beverage. I went inside the Walgreens to get myself a refreshing beverage. I made a left turn down the family plan, and who did I see? Buying condoms. And you had a bottle of Robert Mondavi House, 750 milliliters. But we're not gonna get into that tonight. Gavin Newsom is my guest on the show, brought to you by ZipRecruiter. The sports landscape has changed, man. It's changed, even in the last year. And it's reflected in the stories that we choose to tell. An expansion of places where you can drop your media has allowed us to tell deeper and more intricate stories. I think that's part of why some of the documentaries, the titles of sports documentaries, are starting to get really dark. Because documentaries used to be hopeful. I don't know if y'all noticed the titles of sports docs back in the day. All of them had the word dream in the title. You had Hoop Dreams, you had Dare to Dream, Dream Team, Redeem Team, Dream On. One of the docs dominated tonight is titled Cocaine Quarterback, Signal Caller for the Cartel. And it's a good documentary, but they letting you know, hey, I'm selling drugs, I'm throwing the X routes. Whatever happened to simple documentaries about overcoming racism and beating the Russians in hockey? You want a good documentary, you want your documentary to get nominated next year, I'm telling y'all right now, you gotta put the obstacle within the title. Sports is about overcoming, it's about optimism, but you put the obstacle in the title. I got a couple docs in pre-production, I know some producers in here, you wanna get with me after the show, let me know, we'll get together. This is a doc I got in pre-production, I'll send you the deck after the show. It's called The Darkest Hour, The Fall of an Ultimate Frisbee Legend. Okay, all right, y'all not feeling that one, okay, I got another one. The Suffering of Greatness, Pickleball's Darkest Secret. And if you don't like that one, this is my third one I got. This is my personal favorite. A Journey Through Darkness, a story of curling and murder. Actually, that sounds real good. I ain't gonna even hit it. But all joking aside, we got a wonderful, wonderful award show for you all tonight. We have about 50 categories to get through, and everybody deserves their moment. So we ask that you keep your speeches as short as the amount of time that ESPN put inside the NBA on our TVs this year. With that aside, in all honesty, we're in a divided world, and we're here to celebrate the thing that brings us together, and that's yelling at strangers for messing up our parlays. Are y'all ready to start the 47th Sports Emmy? All right. Our first categories tonight celebrate the people who help set the tone for the shows and the events we love. Audio and sound that makes us feel every impact on the field. Production design that elevates four friends talking ball into a flashy studio appearance. And of course, the music that lets us know the game starts now. Speaking of which, if there's anyone who set the tone for the ceremony tonight, it was that drum line that just came out here. So I'll tell you what, yeah, the Howard drum line. I would love to invite someone special back to the stage to help me present the first Emmy. She's performed all over the country, including at Dave Chappelle's Mark Twain Award ceremony. Please give a warm welcome back to the stage, Howard University tenor drum percussionist, Rain Graham. All right, thank you for being here, Rain.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone.
Rain, everybody just saw your incredible talents, and I know everybody out here saw her incredible talents. So if you need some musicians for your broadcast, y'all need to hire her before she get unaffordable. You can't afford her pretty soon, okay? So,
We are open to meetings.
that's right. No, meet with her. Get 20% if you get a cut. Okay, anyway. With that said, let's get to the first awards of the night.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Audio Sound Live Event are Apple TV Friday Night Baseball, Apple TV, Fox MLB, Fox FS1, Fox NASCAR, Fox FS1, Fox NFL, Fox Sunday Night Football, NBC Peacock.
And the Emmy goes to Fox MLB.
Accepting the Emmy, Senior Audio Engineer Joe Carpenter.
Congrats to him and his team. They had an amazing postseason. That Game 7 was electric. Thank you.
An Outstanding Sports Audio Sound post-produced are Believers, Boston Red Sox, ESPN, Cocaine Quarterback, Signal Caller for the Cartel, Unrealistic Ideas, E60, Above the Tide, 20 Years After Katrina, ESPN, Earnhardt, Dale, Imagine Documentaries, Hard Knocks, Training Camp with the Buffalo Bills, HBO Max, NHL Stanley Cup Final, TNT. It's time, TNT.
And the Emmy goes to Hard Knocks, Training Camp with the Buffalo Bills, HBO Max.
Accepting the Emmy, Senior Audio Engineer Vince Caputo.
Preseason game number 2, 7 days and 500 miles away in Chicago. Time to work. Muscle up and be who they were built to be.
Thank you very, very much. It's been a minute since gotten one of these, and we're incredibly grateful. I want to thank the team that's up here with me, Scott Carter, whose field acquisition group brings home the goods for us every week, Mark Ritchie, our A1 in the field for Hard Knocks, who fought through an incredible year. My brother, you're a warrior. I'm so glad you're here with us tonight. Our whiz kid, Stephen Langenhorst, who's part of our post team. I want to name some names, the rest of our post team. Chris Benedict, Paul Pazika, Jeff Polakowski, Steve Mosley, and the rest of our post team. Our leadership group here, Ross, Keith, Jess, our show head, Ken. Appreciate you, buddy. I want to yell out a special thank you to Kara Rogers, who puts together our Emmy submissions and also puts our little class trip up here together each year. It's a thankless job, but we appreciate you. And our friends and partners at HBO for the long-standing relationship. We really appreciate you. Thank you very, very much.
The nominees in Outstanding Music Direction Sports are Hard Knocks, In Season with the NFC East, HBO Max, Home Turn, Daytona Beach, Florida, NASCAR Studios, Memphis to the Mountain, Acclimatization, Elevation, Anscape, ESPN, NCAA Final Four, San Antonio, Unwritten Reimagined, CBS, NHL Stanley Cup Final on TNT, It's Time, TNT, Surviving Ohio State, HBO Max, Thursday Night Football, Amazon MGM Studios.
And the Emmy goes to Home Turn, Daytona Beach, Florida, NASCAR Studios.
I'm, as you can tell, overwhelmed and stunned. I'm Jay Busby. I'm the host of Home Turn. I want to thank, first of all, Bluefoot Entertainment, Tim Horgan, and Ali Maros, NASCAR, John Dahl, Tim Clark, my mother, Riley Logan, and first and foremost, I want to dedicate this to the family and friends of Kyle Busch. Thank you very much.
The nominees in Outstanding Studio or Production Design, Art Direction, Sports are Celtic City, HBO Max, Fox NFL Sunday, Case of the Missing Bats Team, The Dynasty Blueprint, The Waiting Room, Fox, Monsters Fun Day Football, ESPN, NBA on Prime Video, Amazon MGM, NFL's Line Time, Nickelodeon, CBS, The NFL Today, The Virtual Time Machine, Rebuilding the Legacy of the NFL Today, CBS.
And the Emmy goes to the NFL Today, The Virtual Time Machine, Rebuilding the Legacy of the NFL Today, CBS.
Accepting the Emmy, Creative Director John Paul Lamonaco.
The NFL Today is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. From the CBS Sports Control in New York, here is James Brown.
50 years ago on this very day, September 21st, 1975, CBS changed the way sports will be covered forever with the birth of the NFL Today.
If I knew we were going to win this, I would have gotten a haircut. This is amazing. Thank you, everyone. David Burson, Harold Bryant, for giving us the range and the space to be creative with projects like this that are so phenomenal to work on. My team, Komal Bukamwala, the most amazing creative person I've ever known, and her team, Andrew Sherman, Doug Gordon, who are here tonight. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it.
He's won multiple Emmy Awards and he's nominated again tonight for Outstanding Sports Personality Play-by-Play for his work with CBS, TNT, Netflix, and Amazon. Please welcome to the stage, Ian Eagle.
thank you so much. Very honored to be here. I want to thank everybody in attendance, first and foremost, because we did a little poll and we got feedback from you. I wanted to know, what did you want from presenters? What makes a good presenter? And we got the word back, you want more comedic bits. So I'm going to lean in. I have about 7 minutes on airport travel, hotel air conditions, and escaping sporting events. So let's get right to, no, we're not going to do any of that. We're going to give out some hardware. I think we can all agree that sports is one of the most universal things on earth, but with that comes a caveat. There are a lot of games out there, and viewers have only so much attention. That's why we need skilled teams cutting promos, teasers to excite the audience, and tireless graphics departments to keep them engaged. And with the rise of interactive experiences, incredible esports coverage, we are bringing in new fans while proving just how big this wide world of sports really is.
The nominees and outstanding promotional announcements sports are City of Fury, Fatal Fury in Times Square, Big Time Creative Shop, ESPN Sports Forever, ESPN, ESPN Plus, Fastest Racing on Earth, Fox IndyCar, Fox, FS1, FS2, Fox News, Fox Business, BTN, Deportes, Milan Cortina Olympics on NBC and Peacock, NBC, Peacock, NBA on NBC and Peacock, NBC, Peacock, Unforgettable Awaits, 2025 NBA Finals, NBA Entertainment.
And the Emmy goes to Unforgettable Awaits, 2025 NBA Finals, NBA Entertainment.
Accepting the Emmy, Executive Producer Janine DeGray.
Incredible talent work is absolutely shocking. So many people to thank, so many countless nights, late night phone calls, but I'll start at the top and with sincere gratitude and thanking our Commissioner Adam Silver, our Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum, President of Global Content and Media Distribution Bill Koenig, and Executive Producer Greg Winnick. Thank you so much for your unwavering leadership, guidance, support. Certainly would not be here without you. I need to thank our incredible media partners and sponsors. Thank you so much for helping us grow this incredible game of basketball all over the world. I need to thank my team, some here in the incredibly talented translation agency. Thank you for your creativity and your collaboration. It's been such a pleasure, especially to my team here. Last and certainly not least, to the most amazing athletes, fans, teams in the world. Thank you for inspiring us, giving us joy day in and day out. And please know what an absolute privilege it is for us to be able to connect and inspire people all over the world through the power of basketball. So thank you all so much.
The nominees and outstanding sports open tees are America's Game, Super Bowl 60, NBC, Peacock, America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys, Netflix, Brick by Brick, Fox IndyCar, the 109th Indianapolis 500, Fox, Celtic City, HBO Max, The Harder Choice, the 126th Army-Navy game, CBS, Nerds at Augusta National, The Masters, CBS.
And the Emmy goes to America's Team. The Gambler, the Cowboys, Netflix.
Accepting the Emmy, Director Chapman Wade.
Awesome. Well, first I'd love to thank Netflix for being such incredible long-term partners with us over the years. A huge thanks to Skydance Sports and NFL Films, who are our partners on the show. And a big thanks to Jerry Jones and the Jones family, who really gave us incredible access into their world and their family life and their organization. And we got a couple editors here who worked endlessly on this show, blood, sweat, and tears. So thanks to our creative team. Thanks to everyone who voted. Thank you.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Graphic Design Event Show are Fox NFL, Fox, Monsters Fun Day Football, ESPN, NBA on NBC and Peacock, NBC, Peacock, NBA on Prime Video, Amazon and GM Studios, Thursday Night Football, Amazon and GM Studios.
And the Emmy goes to the NBA on NBC and Peacock, NBC Sports.
Accepting the Emmy, Senior Creative Director, Chad Hudson.
Cue up music.
It's not every day that you get to reinvent a property that was so iconic to your childhood, but that's exactly what we got to do this year. Big shout out to our leadership, Rick Cordella and Sam Flood, Trip Dixon, and big shout out to our production team too, Frank DeGrace and Pierre Musa and the rest of the staff. And most of all, thank you so much to this graphics department for their tireless work and dedication. This goes out to you guys. Thank you so much.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Graphic Design Specialty are Believers, Boston Red Sox, ESPN, MLB Now Open, MLB Network, NFL on CBS, The Evolution of the Big Head, merging human artistry with AI innovation, CBS, NFL Slime Time, Nickelodeon, CBS, WWE Unreal, Netflix.
And the Emmy goes to Believers, Boston Red Sox, ESPN.
Accepting the Emmy, Creative Director Lauren Fisher.
And it was unseasonably warm one January, and so the tank holding it expanded and then exploded. All this hot molasses goes rolling down the streets of the North End. Does an ungodly amount of damage, knocks out railroad trestles, just fills the street.
Thank you. We animated the great molasses spill. Did anybody know about that? It was a lot of fun. Thank you to the Academy. Thank you so much to ESPN, Tori, Lindsay, Gavin, Artist Equity, our amazing partners, Ben, Jillian, Caitlin, Religion of Sports, Gotham. Thank you for trusting me to be your partner on this. Victor, Amit, Goalpost, you guys make us look and sound so good. Shout out to our team for that other nomination as well. But most importantly, the small but mighty team behind this series, the visuals. Amanda Coe, our art director, poured her heart and soul into this. Phil Hoshin, Lauren McNames, Chelsea Murata, Lisa Lobin, and Holden Curtis. None of us are really Boston Red Sox fans, but this was so important to us. This was so, now we are. Sorry, Yankees. Go Sox, go Sox. My point is, we poured our heart and soul into this because for all fandoms, but certain fandoms, your fandom is a religion. It transcends. The Red Sox are certainly that. So thank you for this honor of letting us bring that religion to life. And thank you all, and thank you to my wife, Alexina. I love you, and good night.
The nominees in Outstanding Interactive Experience Sports are Fan Optionality on Prime Video, Prime Video Sports, Prime Video, NASCAR Driver Cam on HBO Max, HBO Max, The NBA Experience on Peacock, Peacock, NHL in ASL, NHL Productions, Sports Center for You, ESPN.
And the Emmy goes to Fan Optionality on Prime Video. Prime Video Sports.
Accepting the Emmy, Executive Producer Mike Mariano.
Sports fans want to control a personalized viewing experience. Across Thursday Night Football, the NBA, and NASCAR, Prime Video offers the most customizable sports viewing experience available.
We want to offer people something they're familiar with, but we also want to give them something new and optional. What is this audience? What are they looking for? What's the culture of the sport? And how do the enhancements fit in and complement that within?
Thank you. I accept this on behalf of our whole team. This award in particular is really at the heart of what we do, trying to bring traditional TV production values along into the future a little bit. Thanks to our leadership team, Mike Hopkins, Jay Marine, Jared Stacy, Eric Orm's team, Wade Wakashiki's team, Alex Stern. You guys do a great job in this field. So many people to thank by name, can't do it all. But again, this really cuts to the heart of what we do in our short 5 years of existence. So thank you very much. Thank you.
The nominees in Outstanding Esports Championship coverage are 2025 Apex Legends Global Series Championship, ESL Faceit Group, 2025 Call of Duty League Championship Weekend, Optic Texas versus Vancouver Surge, ESL Faceit Group, League of Legends Worlds 2025 Final, T1 Esports versus KT Rolster, LOL Esports, Valorant Champions 2025 Grand Final, NRG versus Fnatic, Valorant Esports.
All right. The Emmy goes to 2025 Call of Duty League Championship Weekend, Optic Texas versus Vancouver Surge, ESL Faceit Group.
Accepting the Emmy, Director Michael Liu.
Final fight! Shotzi's there! Nasty dives! It's history in the making! Back-to-back world champions! Optic Texas! It is a fairy tale come to life! Not a million years, but the year they've had!
Wow. Hey, we want to thank the Academy for this incredible honor. Firstly, I'd like to extend our gratitude to our partners at Activision and Treyarch Studios. Your continued support and collaboration were instrumental in bringing this event to life and delivering a truly unique experience. To the Call of Duty community and the players who compete at the highest level, your passion and dedication inspired us to create a broadcast worthy of this milestone. This moment belongs to you as much as it does to us. To the fans who joined us at the championship, your presence transformed the event into something truly remarkable. The roar at every pivotal moment and the love you displayed for the game created an atmosphere that will stay with us for the rest of our lives. And to our production team and broadcast talent, your professionalism, dedication, tireless commitment to excellence are the foundations of everything we do. This recognition is a direct reflection upon your outstanding work. It is a privilege to represent this beloved game at events around the world
and to keep creating memories for the players and fans that will stay with them forever. Here's to many more of those moments. Thank you very much.
Welcome back, Roy Wood Jr. And please welcome the Cultural Marketing Lead for North America for Coca-Cola, Stephanie Eady.
Good evening. At the Coca-Cola Company, we're always excited to celebrate and uplift greatness in the next generation of broadcasters.
At last year's Sports Emmys, I had the honor and the privilege to get to help present 2025's HBCU grant winners. As an HBCU graduate myself, it's a cause that's near and dear to my heart. HBCU schools are packed with the hardest working and the most outstanding talent you can find, and this grant is an incredible way to make sure those students are both seen and rewarded. In fact, I was so inspired by what I saw during last year's grant winner award speech that I became a member of the HBCU committee of the Natus Foundation. I wanted to have a hand in helping tomorrow's talent rise today, and it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know so many amazing students. Plus, being honest, a lot of them have hiring power, and one day I'm gonna need a job, so I may as well see what they're talking about now. Be their friend, follow them on TikTok.
Thanks to you, the HBCU Committee, and the Natus Foundation for your efforts. Because of your efforts, we were able to double the number of applicants this year.
Yes, double the number of applicants. That's huge.
Furthermore, this year, some HBCU schools actually participated in this for the very first time. We were thrilled to see such excitement from students across the country. Needless to say, the videos and essays were exceptional.
And I want to say thank you, Stephanie, to the generosity of Coca-Cola, because last year there was one award. This year there are 3 awards. Yeah, there's 3. And this isn't money that goes back to the school or in the department. These grants are meant to help young filmmakers right now with anything they need, from upgrading their gear to getting wardrobe or locations, anything to finance a new project, which is important because I don't know if any of y'all have ever been a college student, but every penny counts. When I was in J school, if y'all had given me $25,000 when I was in J, I'd have dropped out of school. That's how life-changing $25,000 is. So with that aside, congratulations to everyone that participated, and we want you all to take a look at some of the work from this year's winners.
Winner this evening with a grant of $25,000 from the Coca-Cola Company was not easy. We saw so much truly wonderful work, and everyone who applied deserves acclaim for their dedication and ambition. But without further ado, in first place, congratulations to the students from Atlanta and Morehouse College.
So hopefully Morehouse boxing can be used as a blueprint to show other schools and other communities that instilling this can, instill a little bit safer or improvement in the people around you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage the first place team from Morehouse College.
Good evening. First, I want to thank God for His grace and guidance. Thank you to Coca-Cola and the Academy for creating space for HBCU creatives to be seen, heard, and believed in. I also want to thank my family, my professors, and Morehouse College for helping shape me into the storyteller I'm becoming. A week ago, my awesome brothers and I, we graduated from Morehouse College, and tonight, we stand here not just representing ourselves, but a brotherhood, a culture, and a dream. My film, Before the Bell, tells the story of the Morehouse Boxing Club and its founder, Jacoby Bell, a fighter himself in more ways than one. He fights not only for his club, but for the people in it, making him feel less like a founder or a coach to me, but more like a real brother, a hero. Morehouse Boxing does not own a gym, nor do they have a dedicated practicing space. This is a boxing community that boxes and trains in hallways, dorm basements, and the hollowed grounds of Brown Street on Morehouse's campus. Somehow, they still find a way to compete and win on a national level. They produced the first ever collegiate boxing champion in HBCU history. But what inspired me most was not just the boxing excellence in spite of conditions. It was the solidarity and the vulnerability that is the lifeblood of this club. The idea that a boxing club could become a sanctuary, a safe space for everyone, it was truly inspiring. And I must be honest with you all. My team and I, we've been here before, in this very moment, maybe hundreds of times, and here, in the form of dreams. There's power in allowing yourself to dream impossibly big, because dreams are not fantasies. They're blueprints for a reality that does not exist yet. That's why I have to thank my inspirations, RDC World and Berlizzi. Watching young black creatives dream loudly and unapologetically changed the way I saw my own future. And as RDC reminds us, real dreams do change the world. And on that note, I'm ecstatic to announce that this grant will be invested back into the Morehouse Boxing Club toward creating a permanent practice space. It will be invested back into the club so that this movement and this dream can continue growing long after tonight. This is one of many dreams turned to reality, and it's only up from here. Thank you.
Congratulations. Real quick, let's just take my resume. I know y'all do all the LinkedIn and stuff, but I'm old school. Microsoft Word, just in case, you never know, man. I'm part of the Paramount merger. Anything can happen. Now, please welcome to the stage from TNT Sports, John Scott.
Thank you, everybody. We're so proud to be here to talk about a brand new program that helps tomorrow's sports media all-stars get real-world experience.
That's right. In addition to the production grant, the Coca-Cola Company is excited to announce a career-building internship opportunity in partnership with our friends at TNT Sports.
That's right. Rowan Mumford from Florida A&M University will spend this summer in Atlanta working with us at TNT.
Of course, we should also mention that Florida A&M was the second place winner in the HBCU production grant, taking home $10,000. So a big congratulations to them as well.
As an intern at TNT, Rowan will be in the middle of the action while learning from top-level sports media professionals.
Coca-Cola is excited about this new partnership, and we hope it's the first of many enrichment opportunities that we can bring to the HBCU community.
We at TNT could not be more passionate about working with young talent like Rowan Mumford. Has the experience and the knowledge they need for a shot at the big leagues, and we'd like to challenge other sports broadcast groups to do the same. As we said, there is some unbelievable talent at these HBCUs. Please consider joining us in both opening the doors and keeping them open.
So congratulations to all the HBCU winners tonight.
And thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Congratulations to everybody, but we're not done yet. Now, you all heard about first and second place recipients at the HBCU Coca-Cola grant, but believe it or not, you have already met the third place winners. That's right, not only will they be taking home a grant in the amount of $5,000, but they're also our Emmy envoys tonight. Congratulations to the Hornets from Delaware State University. Come on out here, please give it up for Shania Baines Butler and Tia Jarvis. Be sure to remember their names because one day they're going to be the ones taking home the Emmys, not the ones giving them out. Congratulations to you ladies as well. Real quick, just take that. I work on MLB Network five weeks a year. Can you just hold that for me? Brian Kenny, ask Brian Kenny about it. But seriously, thank you tonight for your work, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Please give it up one more time for our Emmy envoys. While we have a quick minute, I'd also like to call attention to our ASL interpreters tonight, Ariel Aguamonte and Kathleen Taylor. We are dedicated to making this ceremony as welcoming and accessible as possible for everyone, everywhere. We appreciate you for being here. Let's give it up for them one more time. Yeah. And lastly, give it up one more time for our wonderful organist, Chad Benzes. Truly amazing. Just give me some of that, just make it feel good. We do that at City Field, we do that at Madison Square. The organ, you know what's funny about the organ? You can just say something terrible. You hit that organ chord, it don't hit back. I gotta break up with you. You're terrible, I'm divorcing you. Didn't that feel good? All right, let's get back to the trophies, because I know y'all been drinking. Your next presenter is nominated tonight for Outstanding Sports Personality Studio Host. And not only is he an icon, but seeing him on SportsCenter again this year, I'll be honest, it almost made me cry. Also, sidebar, hands down, one of the best green rooms in all of sports media belongs to the Rich Eisen Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Rich Eisen.
That was awesome, and that was very warm applause. Thank you for that. I've been coming to this event this evening for over 20 years, so this is an honor to finally be asked to present. Plus, I finally get a chance to ask a question I've been wondering the answer to for about 20 years. Does anybody know the Wi-Fi password to this fortress, please? Because I'd like to let my loved ones know I'm okay. Maybe send me some dinner, maybe a vodka tonic, or something like that. Score the game would be great. That would be great. But at any rate, it's now time for me. Pat's a long night. It's a long night, brother. And by the way, round of applause to this guy right over here who's got a beautiful baby boy, just born. Attaboy, Pat. My colleague here. It's now time for me to seamlessly transition to the copy. The greatest stories in sports rarely start and stop on the field. The biggest victories and the hardest disappointments continue long after the lights go out and the crowd gets in their cars. Sports documentaries allow us to go deeper into the stories behind the stories, following athletes and teams, and even the fans as they strive for greatness. Great documentary filmmaking goes beyond entertainment and shows us new ways to view and appreciate the games we love.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Documentary Long are Butterfly in a Blizzard, Bracing for Impact LLC, Champions of the Golden Valley, Olympics.com, Clemente, The History Channel, E60, Southpaw, The Life and Legacy of Jim Abbott, ESPN, Elway, Netflix, Surviving Ohio State, HBO Max.
And the Emmy goes to Champions of the Golden Valley, Olympics.com.
Accepting the Emmy, Director Ben Stergolowski.
from the Afghan event, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, I wrote a little thing, never thought I had a chance to read it. This is so meaningful. Oh my God. Our film is about a team of skiers in Afghanistan, and we hope their story is a reminder that sport's purest potential lies in its ability to bring people together, to reveal our shared humanity, and to help us work towards a more peaceful and tolerant world. That world has long felt just out of reach of Afghans, who so often have been forced to be the underdogs. So it's a profound moment to see these Afghan athletes honored and seen as equals by the incredible people in this room, icons and champions of sport who have inspired us all. It tells the people of Afghanistan and refugees around the world that their story also matters, that their goals and efforts matter. They can also inspire, and they can also be champions. Giving people the opportunity to hope and maybe, just maybe, to win, this is the greatest gift of sport. And I just want to introduce my beautiful producing partner, Katie, who I would not have been able to complete this film without, and Bakhtash Shahadi.
I know we have a long in the category name, but I'll try to keep this quick with just a few thanks. Thank you to the Television Academy for this truly incredible honor. This feels like an out-of-body experience. Telling this story was a labor of love and the honor of our lives. And I want to thank the Olympics, JT, Mariano, for giving this film a platform so it can be shared worldwide with audiences. You can all stream it for free on Olympics.com. To our partners, XTR and Optimist, they're here with us tonight, and all of our incredible producers, Ariane, Justin, Chris, Zach, Liz, everyone who's here and not here. You all helped us believe in this underdog story and climb this mountain. Our families, our impact partners, but most importantly tonight, we celebrate the strength of the Afghan people. We celebrate refugees all around the world who have had to find the courage to begin again. So we dedicate this award, this Emmy, to Ali Shah and the brave skiers of Bamiyan. Thank you.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Documentary Short are Final Finishers, East 89th Street Productions, Home Turn, NASCAR Productions, NFL Explained, Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl 59 halftime show, NFL Media Group. NFL Films presents The Arctic Challenge, FS1, The Shuffle, HBO Max.
And the Emmy goes to Final Finisher. Yeah. East 89th Street Productions.
Accepting the Emmy, executive producer, director, and cinematographer, Rudy Valdez.
Set the scene. New York City Marathon. That excitement, that love, like that real love that you get from somebody that you don't know, and you look into your left and your right, and you understand that both of y'all are struggling at the same time.
Thank you so much. I can't be more grateful for being able to be up here, especially for a film like this, that is really at its core about humanity and about what it means when you put one foot in front of the other and you believe in yourself and you believe in the people around you. I can't be more grateful for New York Roadrunners, the amazing organization that puts on the marathon. And we talk about logistics, we talk about all of those things, but most importantly, they talk about the people who are running and how we take care of them. And it's been beautiful to watch that. To Tribeca, Barry and Keelan have been amazing partners throughout this entire film, and I couldn't have done it without Megan and Zach, Bluff Road Films, and I don't want to get played off, but thank you so much, everyone. It truly means for. You're gonna do it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all. Beautiful, beautiful.
An outstanding sports documentary series are Alex vs. A-Rod, HBO Max, Allen Iverson, Prime Video, America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys, Netflix, Believers, Boston Red Sox, ESPN, Cocaine Quarterback, Signal Caller for the Cartel, Prime Video.
And the Emmy goes to I get to say the words. Cocaine quarterback. Signal caller for the cartel. Prime Video.
Accepting the Emmy, executive producer Jody McVeigh-Schultz.
Owen, he may not have done as much on the football field, but he was probably the MVP when it came to all the extracurricular stuff outside of the Coliseum walls.
Like, bro, what the fuck is your secret? Like, how are you so jacked? He's like, you know what I mean?
Turns out that Owen was smuggling steroids.
I just want to say Lendale White is the GOAT. That interview was insane. It was at the dive bar on campus. It was great. I just want to say thank you to Amazon Prime Video. They were amazing partners in this. Unrealistic Ideas, it's Mark Wahlberg's company. They've done amazing stuff in the documentary space. This guy, Archie Gibbs, up here, has been a mentor of mine, has been an amazing creative partner. Him and Dave Wendell have been just amazing to, partner with on creative projects. They always want to think outside the box. Our entire team, Adam Ridley, showrunner. We had amazing cinematographers, editors on this one. And then I want to shout out Van. Van called Owen in prison when he was at his lowest point, created a friendship, and then Owen, who's somebody who is more open than any documentary subject I've ever been around, wanted to tell his story, warts and all. I just want to say thank you, Owen, for being willing to go on this journey with us and tell the whole story. And it was amazing to be a part of. So thank you all for everyone who voted for us. And also, thank you to my wife. Thank you to all the family members out there. It takes a lot. There's a lot of long nights. And yeah, we appreciate that support. So, cheers.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Documentary Series serialized are Built in Birmingham, Brady and the Blues, Religion of Sports, The Clubhouse, A Year with the Red Sox, Netflix, Formula One, Drive to Survive, Netflix, Full Court Press, ESPN, Quarterback, Netflix, WWE Unreal, Netflix.
And the Emmy goes to quarterback.
Showrunner Joe Hugo.
Picking up the pieces to reinvigorate it with this energy of this is what it feels like to truly be wanted and to have these guys behind you. And I hadn't felt that in quite some time.
I was going to dinner with my friends that night. I remember you called me and you told me the news. I remember you were like, will you come with me? And I was like, yeah, Detroit. I don't even know. I didn't even know. I've never been to Michigan. I didn't hesitate, but I also did not know what I was getting myself into in a good way.
Seems like we have a really long clip there. Well, first I'd like to thank the three quarterbacks for letting us into their lives. Without them, that wouldn't have happened. Our amazing partners at Netflix and Omaha Productions, the executive team at NFL Films who's entrusted me to run the show, and really the huge army of people at NFL Films that make this happen. Thank you very much.
He's an NBA champion, 8-time All-Star, and Olympics gold medal winner. Please welcome 2025 Basketball Hall of Fame inductee, Dwight Howard.
All right, this goes without saying, but sports broadcasting in itself is a team sport. Productions require precise coverage of even the smallest moments in the middle of pure chaos. Because if anyone who knows, who played basketball knows, those small moments can turn into the point where everything changes. The following nominees are people who capture these moments and they connect to make them sports moments just as exhilarating on TV as they are in the arena.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Camera Work Long Form are America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys, Netflix, Celtic City, HBO Max, Cocaine Quarterback, Signal Caller for the Cartel, Unrealistic Ideas, I Skied Down Mount Everest, Red Bull Media House, Raise the Flags, 50 Years of Buccaneers Football, Heroes and Fables, Training Camp with the Buffalo Bills, Hard Knocks, HBO Max.
And the Emmy goes to I Skied Down Mount Everest.
Accepting the Emmy, camera person Bartek Bargyal.
It's a very special day for me today, not only because this award, but also my son was born just a few hours ago. And I want to dedicate this award to my wife and to my family. Without you, I wouldn't be here. And I want to thank the whole film crew. It was amazing to work with such artists and professionals. I want to thank the Red Bull team and the East production. Thank you very much.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Camera Work Short Form are Brick by Brick, Fox IndyCar, the 109th Indianapolis 500, Fox, The Harder Choice, the 126th Army-Navy game, CBS, 151st Kentucky Derby, NBC, Peacock. A Parisian Rhythm with Omar Sy, Roland Garros on TNT Sports, TNT True TV. Silent Super Bowl, NFL Films presents FS1.
And the Emmy goes to The Harder Choice. 21st Army Navy game.
Accepting the Emmy, Director of Photography, Oliver Anderson.
For making such a huge commitment to come here and do something that's bigger than myself and to serve a bigger purpose in life.
The biggest thing about service is the sacrifice, and that's not an easy decision to make.
Selfless is what's written on my back, and it's something I carry for the rest of my life.
No one strives to be here. It's about all the choices.
Wow, amazing. All right, so first and foremost, I want to thank Army and Navy football, the young men and women serving the country. The opportunity to share their hard work and the sacrifice is what makes this piece so special. Without them, I wouldn't be standing here tonight. I want to thank the brilliant Pete Radovich, Anthony Cortese, Lori Zelnick, Courtney Schultz, everyone at CBS who puts the cinematographers in the right position to make these beautiful images. This project was a team sport, and this award is shared with me by Tom McCallum and Curran Ferry, two incredible DPs I am so lucky to collaborate with. We as cinematographers are nothing without the lighting teams, the camera assistants, the editors, the colorists who make us look so good. Every day I go to work with the greatest people in the world, and I am beyond thankful to accept this award on all of our behalf. Thank you so much.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Editing Short Form are Four Nations Face Off for Crest and Country, NHL on ESPN, ESPN, The Bay, NBA All-Star on TNT, TNT, Brick by Brick, Fox IndyCar, the 109th Indianapolis 500, Fox. It's time, NHL Stanley Cup Final on TNT. TNT. A Parisian Rhythm with Omar Sy. Roland Garros on TNT Sports. TNT True TV. Stanley Cup Playoffs opening round. Devils versus Hurricanes. Snapshot. NHL on ESPN. ESPN.
And the Emmy goes to Four Nations Face Off. The Preston Buccaneers.
Accepting the Emmy, senior feature producer and editor, Mike Farrell.
Whoever the player was, that jersey came out of this factory.
More than 40 people and 5,000 stitches put together to complete a single sweater. Only then does this patchwork become something much, much more.
Oh man, I had to run down from the upper level there. Holy moly. Wow, what an honor. Such a crazy spot to be. I taught myself to edit kind of watching YouTube videos like 6 or 7 years ago, so to be accepting an award for editing means a lot, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank Linda Schultz for believing in this vision, Andy Tennant. I want to thank John Minton. And go Canada. Canada won this tournament. So I'm Canadian, it was great. Hey, we're playing again tomorrow, I think, or the next day, so watch out. Really appreciate it, such an honor. I take a lot of pride in this craft, and to be recognized for this means a lot to me, so thank you so much.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Editing Long Form are American Thunder, NASCAR to Le Mans, NASCAR Studios, America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys, Netflix, Butterfly in a Blizzard, Racing for Impact LLC, Celtic City, HBO Max, Saquon, NFL Films, We Beat the Dream Team, TNT, HBO Max, WWE Unreal, Netflix.
And the Emmy goes to Celtic City. HBO Max.
Accepting the Emmy, editor, Eric Barchi.
In basketball, I love all the things that go into making something that's truly special, that's truly great.
It's going to take me a second to get through it, but Malcolm and Eric Jansen, two very good editors that you really all guys should know, along with Matt McCormick, Matt Prinzing. We had a great, great team. Lauren Stoll, all the, unbelievable director. Let us all put our arms around this thing, much like the Celtics did in the Dynasty era, right? You know, everybody brought their unique perspectives, and they had one common goal. They all came from different places, and we all did the same thing and came up with an unbelievable great series. My great friend Gabe Honig, such a great collaborator. I can't believe how nervous I am. Sorry guys, I don't do this very often. I'm just an editor, you know, I can't do this. Couldn't have done it without you, Gabe. I will say a lot more later on. I just have to try to get through this. I got that guy over here. Thank you, Sasha Gardner, Christina Lennis, for bringing your storytelling skills. Thank you so much. Tom Stukis, unbelievable DP, gave us a lot of tools to play with, which was absolutely awesome. Thank you guys to everybody, and of course, thank you to everybody at HBO, Words and Pictures, The Ringer, Left, Right, the NBA, and the Celtics. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. Gosh, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Please welcome the chairman of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, Terry O'Reilly.
What a great night. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're enjoying yourselves in the Emmy Spotlight tonight. It will surprise no one when I observe that we are living in a moment when trust is scarce, common ground hard to find, and the loudest voices in our community tend to drown out the most important ones. Our nation grumbles daily with disagreement. And yet, just about every night across this country, millions of Americans settle down in front of their TV and share the joy of watching sports. And that's not nothing. Sports has always been one of those places where we wrap ourselves in a shared experience. The big win, the heartbreaking loss, the personal achievement, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, as Jim McKay used to say, the human drama of athletic competition. The shared experience of sports is absolutely extraordinary, but someone has to make sense of it. Someone has to be there in real time, telling us not just what happened, but why it matters. What it says about us, what it says about our heroes, about our failures, about our own resilience. That's what the best sports broadcasters do. Now, right now, I believe you all are doing some of the most important work that we have in all of television today, at a time when so much of our media rewards heat over light and speed over accuracy. Sports broadcasting is still best at doing the hard things. It shows up, it earns its access, and it asks questions that people actually are thinking about. When a historic moment occurs in a sporting event, and they always do, they find the words in real time that will help us remember that event forever. As chairman of this academy, I've had a front row seat to see the range and ambition of all the things that are recognized at our Emmy Awards, and each year I am reminded that in a world that sometimes feels like it's pulling itself apart, a great sports broadcast reminds us still of what we all have in common and brings us back together. That is a genuine public service. So tonight it's our great honor to celebrate all the folks who perform that good work night after night. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for the really important work that you're doing for our nation. So now, somebody once told me that every great event, every great moment in sports actually has two births. The moment it happens and the moment somebody writes it down. And Dick Schaap understood that better than just about anyone. He moved effortlessly between the page and the camera. He was always chasing the human truth inside every sporting moment. So this next set of awards start by honoring the writers carrying that tradition forward. Let's take a look.
The nominees in the Dick Schaap Outstanding Sports Writing Award short form are Brick by Brick, Fox IndyCar, the 109th Indianapolis 500, Fox. Choices, Lee Corso's Final Headgear Pick, College Game Day, ESPN. It's time. NHL Stanley Cup Final on TNT. 151st Kentucky Derby, NBC, Peacock. In Motion and Memory, Fox IndyCar, the 109th Indianapolis 500, Fox. Wimbledon, ESPN.
And the Emmy goes to Wimbledon, ESPN.
Accepting the Emmy, writer Jeff Sorokin.
And the rivalry is so remarkable, we can scarcely believe our eyes.
We'll be watching this for years to come.
The seismic pulse begun in France now hovers above these grounds. ready to surround the championships. Wimbledon.
Okay then. I guess I'd like to thank the Academy for this lovely award. It's going to look great in my house. He's coming. We're looking. We're looking. He's coming. Okay, we're waiting.
This is apropos that I'm late for the stage because what I want to refer to is I was here in 2005 when Dick Enberg, the late great Dick Enberg, won this award. And I remember he bounded up on the stairs on the podium. He said, "The old guy still got it." Well, I looked it up. He was a year younger than I am today. But what I still got is a real, genuine affection and love for the collaborative process and having something come out just right. I still think it's the greatest thing to do, and what a great, sports is just such a wonderful, surplus of stories, and especially Wimbledon allows me to be lyrical and has for, it's now, 27 years or so that I've been writing for Wimbledon, and I still love it. And the collaboration with Catherine Davidson, Kathy Kappas, Julie McGlone, Amy Stokes, and the Mad Geniuses who produced and edited the pieces. And that's Lauren Collins, Twee Din, Chris Fernandez, and Mike Flasterstein. I want to thank all of them and thank you for this. This doesn't get old either. Thank you very much.
He just won the Pulitzer Prize, and he has 3 Emmy nominations tonight for his show, Pablo Torre Finds Out. Please welcome Pablo Torre.
You may remember me from the time I got kink-shamed by Roy Wood Jr. an hour ago. Didn't have me being the target of that joke at this ceremony, but nonetheless, we proceed. The United States, this is my segue, like the Sports Emmys, is a storytelling contest. And the people in this room know the almost intoxicating power of narrative. The former athletes know how terrifying it can be to entrust a stranger with personal information. The writers know the delicacy of drilling down and discovering something that captivates or even shocks us. The directors and producers know how hard it can be to show these players and these teams in a new light. So, tonight, the following categories are a testament to the art of finding and telling a good story.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Writing Long Form are Above the Tide, 20 Years After Katrina, E60, ESPN, Celtic City, HBO Max, Going Inside, TNT, In Season with the NFC East, Hard Knocks, HBO Max, The Superdome at 50, NFL Films presents FS1.
And the Emmy goes to In Season with the NFC East, Hard Knocks, HBO Max.
Accepting the Emmy, Executive Producer Ken Rogers.
The Eagles have put the NFC East on ice. Not breaking news exactly, but with 2 games left, it's a reminder that for most of the division, things haven't broken their way.
Thank you. I'm happy to accept this on behalf of Jerry Reimel, who can find words for almost everything except talking about himself. So he couldn't be here, and he's probably slightly enjoying that. I want to thank our partners at HBO always for their support over the long history of this program, and to our narrator, Liev Schreiber, who turns Jerry's prose into poetry and gives us all goosebumps 25 years later. Thank you.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Feature Short Form are All Heart, Fox CFB Big Noon Kickoff, Fox, Behan Strong, NCAA March Madness, CBS, Faces Forever Young, World Figure Skating Championships, NBC, Peacock, Just Getting Started, Fox CFB Big Noon Kickoff, Fox, Lucky, College Game Day, ESPN, RJ, Fox MLB The Postseason, Fox, A World Away, College Game Day, ESPN.
And the Emmy goes to Behan Strong, March Madness,
Accepting the Emmy, producer Sarah Rinaldi.
Has no physical ability in his body. There is not one body part that is able to move and function. The only thing that he has an ability to control right now, well, there's two things, his eyes and his mind. We hired Pat in the beginning of the season as a special advisor to the head coach.
It's been hard to find words that meet the moment of what it is like living with ALS for Pat and Natalie. They are incredible individuals who are facing an insurmountable challenge, and getting to work with them was a true privilege, and also just an inspiration to watch how they choose to live. Pat chooses to coach, and they choose to engage in a time where it would be so easy to not. Working on this story, I work on a lot of stories. I've had the privilege of doing a lot of different pieces and features over the years at CBS, but this one remains very special. I would like to share a few words. I want to just thank a few people instrumental in bringing this piece to life. Deb Gelman, Chad Bondiller, Sean Brennan, Jonathan Katz, Skeeter, as you know him. So many others at CBS, but in the interest of time, I just want to share with you a few words from Pat. I am very thankful for the CBS Sports team for sharing my story and my connection to Coach Griffin and Bucknell basketball. ALS has taken so much from me, but I won't let it take my heart. I'm still fighting, but I could not do it without a team of immense support and guidance from so many, starting with my wife, Natalie. This disease is relentless, but so am I. May is also ALS Awareness Month. We must find a way to make progress and find a cure to save others from this terrible disease. Life is precious. Mom and Dad, I love and miss you. To everyone, keep punching back. Thank you.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Feature Long Form are Chutkin and Saldu, Frozen Dreams of Ladakh, Olympics.com, I'm Mila Skate, the Cholita Skaters of Bolivia, Optimist, Ride With Me, Golf Central Live from the Open, Golf Channel, Sports Center Feature, Love Abby, Sports Center, ESPN, Tim Green, A Voice Reclaimed, NFL Films presents FS1.
And the Emmy goes to Tim Green, A Voice Reclaimed, NFL Films presents FS1.
remember, but you and I went to Denny's after we did our audition. And your dad, Troy, wrote on a piece of paper, I was like, well, Tim, you know, do you have any good books that Dumb Joe could read that are interesting? That has been with me and will be with me for as long as I'm on this earth.
The thing that I am proudest of is my family.
First off, thank you. I just want to echo and underscore everything that was just said about ALS because it was so beautiful and fitting, and I do not have the words to say it as well as what was just done. So I just want to offer a big thank you to Tim, Troy, Alyssa, and all the Green family for opening their home and their hearts to us to tell this story. Big thank you to all of our leadership at NFL Films, Ross Ketover, Keith Cosrow, Ken Rogers, to Chip Swain. Thank you for investing in me, investing in this story, and for all the crew who helped bring it to life. Thank you so much. And lastly, just to my friends, family, and my fiance, thank you so much for supporting my dreams and always challenging me to keep chasing them. Thanks.
Welcome to the 47th Annual Sports Emmys Halftime Show, featuring the Howard University Drumline.
For the Howard University Drumline. Let's hear it once again. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Kenny. Great to be here with you. Yes, it's only halftime. Show a little endurance. Steve, for those of us who did ESPN News in the afternoon, this is nothing. So good to be here with you. We have given out 22 Emmys so far. Still to come, the Lifetime Achievement Award to Steve Bornstein, my old boss from ESPN. Steve, congratulations to you. Well deserved. The first ever Lifetime Achievement Award was given to Jim McKay. Fittingly, we now award the Jim McKay Memorial Scholarship, which rewards an outstanding student pursuing a career in sports television. It is a joint effort by CBS, ABC, ESPN, Fox, HBO, and NBC. I'm old enough to have watched Jim McKay as a kid, and he was the absolute standard. We all watched him back then, and he showed all of us, and showed several generations, what a broadcaster should be. Someone with skill, intelligence, perspective, and dignity. He set the highest standards on the national airwaves on a weekly basis, peaking, of course, with the 1972 Olympic Games, when he was reporting live and conveying the horror of a terror attack with professionalism, but also as a feeling, decent human being. It is with these standards in mind that this scholarship bears his name. This year's scholarship goes to Thomas Gamba of Garden City, New York. Only a senior in high school, he's been described as a gold standard broadcaster by his mentors with a work ethic beyond his years. He's already has built an impressive resume as he did play-by-play on the KidCast, on the Little League World Series on ESPN, and did an outstanding job. Let's take a closer look right now at our recipient, Thomas Gamba.
1-1 to the rookie Young. He hits this one to left. Hits down, base hit. Here comes Keith. The throw home is not in time. And the Tigers tie it up in the bottom of the ninth inning. DeMeo hit the left. Base hit. Here comes McKinstry. Throw by Dominguez. It is not in time. And the Tigers with a William Court walk-off at the MLB Little League Classic.
How good is this kid, huh? I just said to him here, I said, you sound pretty good, kid. This is my Marshall McLuhan moment. I happen to have Thomas Gamba right here. Thomas, congratulations. Let's hear it for Thomas. Congratulations to you, Thomas. What is it like to win?
It's incredible. For my name to be associated with the great Jim McKay's is just unbelievable. It's special. Words can't even describe how I'm feeling right now. I really admire Jim's versatility and how he was such a family man in his life. He always put family first, and I aspire to be like that. And for the selection committee to believe that I exemplify similar qualities as Jim is just incredible. It's an incredible honor.
I know you watched a lot of Jim in documentaries, and I got to watch him as a kid. Again, he's the type of person that you watch and say, I want to be like that. I want to do something like that. Was there anybody that you watched growing up that you thought, wow, I'd like to do that?
Of course. There are a ton of my idols in this room right now, and I'm just so honored to be here. The list goes on and on. There's no one I could pinpoint and say that's the one person I really look up to. There are so many people. I'm happy to have met some of them today, and I'm just hoping I can continue to look up to them and hopefully be like them someday.
Did you get to say hello to anybody? Did you go up?
I did. I actually met Ian Eagle earlier today, another Syracuse guy.
Was he nice to you?
He was very nice to me. He was very nice to me, yes. It was a great conversation. Rich Eisen as well, Kenny Albert, who's being honored tonight. It was just awesome to meet everyone that I encountered.
And I run across former interns that now run like YouTube, and I say, was I nice to you? I sure hope so. What did inspire you to try to go into this field?
Well, I've always been just a huge sports fan, Brian, and by watching sports, I saw some of my idols like Ian and Kenny and Rich just magnify a moment with their call. And when I had the opportunity to do that in high school, I just loved it so much. And not even that, you feel like you're making an impact to the fans. So if I can make an impact to people and love what I do, there's nothing better than that.
You sound fantastic already. Where are you going to school? What's next?
Syracuse, baby. I'm so excited. Go Orange, yeah. I'm going to Syracuse, and then after a fourth straight summer with the Hamptons Collegiate Baseball League, I'll be up into the cold weather, putting on my jacket and getting ready to improve, and hopefully you'll be seeing me back in the NHL Hockeyverse next season with the whole NHL crew as we hope to bring the best action to kids around the world.
Excellent. Great job. This is where on a talk show I'd say, hey, Thomas, can you stick around?
Of course.
Where's Thomas going? Exactly. We're going to give out some Emmys here again. 22 Emmys out already. We have so much to go, but Thomas is here. We can award some more Emmys. First, though, our Emmy envelopes are dealt with the strictest security. If we would welcome out right now, this is Mike Wallace of Natus, our accounting association. Mike, come on out. It's a dramatic moment. Mike, thank you so much. All right, this next Emmy is at the foundation of what we do here in this business. Thomas?
It is, Brian. The people nominated in this category are the ones who spend hours searching through archives, hunting down leads, and interviewing sources. In doing so, they've uncovered truths that surprised us, shocked us, and sometimes even inspired us. Here are the nominees for Outstanding Sports Journalism.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Journalism are Aspiration, Pablo Torre Finds Out, Meadowlark Media, Kobe, The Making of a Legend, CNN Originals, Save, The Katie Meyer Story, E60, ESPN. What is Riley Gaines hiding? Pablo Torre Finds Out, Meadowlark Media.
All right, Thomas, the envelope now.
And the Emmy goes to Save the Katie Meyer Story, E60, ESPN.
Accepting the Emmy, reporter Julie Bowden.
wise friend of ours said, "Where's her computer?" And we said, "It's in her room. We haven't touched anything yet." He's like, "Get that computer open."
On Katie's computer screen was an email from Stanford.
Oh my goodness. Get up here, Jen. So many emotions for this. For myself, I know for my amazing director, Jen Carson, as well. A lot of years and tears went into making this. And so much emotion, I think I actually should go to a script for this. But first thing we want to do is thank Steve and Gina Meyer, Katie's parents, Katie's sisters, Sienna and Sam, for trusting us to tell this story. Because Katie Meyer, her senior year at Stanford, she was the captain. She was a national champion. She had won it a few years prior in 2019. She was strong and bold and funny and loved. And she had huge dreams. And all of that changed on one night on February 28th, 2022, because she was under investigation by Stanford's disciplinary. She was under a disciplinary investigation, and she received a letter after hours, after 7 p.m., when she thought that 6-month investigation was over. Instead, what that email said to her was, no, it's going to continue on into a disciplinary trial. She was found dead in her dorm room the very next morning, and she died by suicide. When we sat down with her incredibly brave parents, Steve and Gina, who said, we want to tell Katie's story and her legacy, because there are many moments we would want to crawl into a ball in the corner and cry, but Katie wouldn't let us do that. Katie would want us to change the future so that no other families have to live through such a traumatic process.
We just want to say this award is incredible, but the true change and impact that has been done since this documentary has come out is really why we do this work. Since this documentary film has come out, Stanford has changed the letter that was sent, that will be sent, and no other student will ever receive a letter like Katie Meyer did on February 28, 2022. The Office of Community Standards has completely changed the people that work there. They have settled their lawsuit with the Meyer family, and they are adopting Katie Meyer's law and also having mental health strategies that weren't intact when Katie was there. And so while this award isn't going to bring Katie Meyer back, it will hopefully change the world for future students, not just athletes, but students moving forward so that they won't end their life. And last thing that we just want to say is, if you are struggling, please reach out for help. You are loved, you are supported, and this world is better with you in it. Thank you on behalf of our entire production team. Have a great night.
The nominees in Outstanding Public Service Content, Sports Art, Champion, Super Bowl 60, National Football League, ESPN Take Back Sports Movement, ESPN Line 'em Up, Joe Creative, WNBA, Notre Dame, What Would You Fight For, NBC, Peacock.
All right, one more Emmy to be given out here in our halftime show. Thomas, let's have our winner.
Let's do it. And the Emmy goes to Champion, Super Bowl 60, National Football League.
Superpower.
It is move mountains.
Yeah, the man on the moon.
I believe in myself even when others doubt me.
I am a champion.
History will remember me, and the world will know my name. Who am I?
incredible partners at 72 and Sunny, who, along with us, have been able to tell some very, very special stories. A shout out to Tim Ellis, our fearless leader, who couldn't be here. This was a very special project because you see, belief is indeed a superpower. And when we have people out there who place the seed of belief in our young people, it can move mountains. And so we want to dedicate this win in this spot to all the youth coaches out there who are building the next generation with confidence, with belief. And one call to action for everyone in the room: please volunteer to coach. The world needs more coaches. They need to instill in the future generation the power of belief and the power of sports. So thank you very much.
And speaking of the next generation, let's all once again congratulate Thomas Gamba of Garden City, Long Island. Thomas, best of luck to you. Enjoy soon.
Thank you, Brian.
That's it for the halftime show. Enjoy the second half, everybody. Thank you very much.
Please welcome to the stage from the NATA's Board of Directors, Jacob Ullman, and Second Vice Chair, Ronit Larone.
Hey, Jacob.
Hello.
Let me start by saying it was my honor to recommend Jacob for the Sports Peer Group representative seat on the board last month. Welcome again, Jacob, and thank you for serving our sports community in this way.
It's very much appreciated, Ronit. We started working together in 1994 when Fox was born.
Don't do math. Can't believe you did that.
I'm honored to represent all of our hardworking and talented peers.
Honoring excellence is the primary work of NATAS, but this organization is also about community. NATAS offers national membership, including events and activities both online and around the country.
One of the very special opportunities for our community comes by the way of the Gold and Silver Circle. NATAS is proud to honor those who have made significant and impactful contributions to the industry through this recognition.
And tonight, we induct 6 new members from the sports family, and it is an absolutely incredible group. We've had the honor to work with a few of them, too. Let's take a look at the exceptional class of 2026.
For nearly 40 years and across 5 networks, Hannah Storm has set the standard for excellence in sports journalism, combining impact, innovation, and integrity. From becoming the first female host of CNN's Sports Tonight to serving as the first play-by-play voice for the WNBA on NBC and hosting Major League Baseball, she has built a career defined by exceptional work and deep community commitment. Her leadership, craftsmanship, and mentorship continue to set a sterling example. Awards and accolades pale in comparison to the legacy producer Pete Macheska has built. A true mentor and leader, he treats his crew like family. From his early days at CBS Sports covering the NFL, Pete embraced the culture of the truck, where camaraderie and meticulous preparation make the complex look effortless. He has carried that philosophy forward, even when games stretch into the 18th inning. Play-by-play announcer Kenny Albert is a versatile 5-sport broadcaster with a rich history in the business, calling NFL games for Fox Sports since its 1994 inception. He's currently the only broadcaster handling play-by-play for the NFL, the NBA, MLB, and the NHL. He also finds time for NBC Olympic coverage. Kenny is a broadcaster in his own league behind the mic. A true leader in sports broadcasting, the legacy of ESPN's Steve Anderson is indivisible from the rise and evolution of the network. What truly distinguishes Steve is how he leads, always making time for people. He is approachable and generous. His style is one of preparation, editorial responsibility, and professionalism, all while fostering an environment for his team to level up. Suzanne Smith directs NFL games with finesse and laser precision. She was coordinating producer for CBS's We Need to Talk, the first network sports show hosted, directed, and produced by women. Ever the team player, Suzanne's influence runs deep and comes from a place of caring. She frequently invites next-gen broadcasters into the booth for tours, training, or advice. Howard Katz has been the skipper, keeping networks running smoothly for 54 years. His career started at ABC Sports as a production assistant before landing at the NFL by way of ESPN. Howard brought hard work, dedication, and extreme preparedness to every project and department he touched. Looking back over 5+ decades, Howard is quick to shine a light back on his teammates who shared in his various successes along the way.
Please welcome to the stage the 2026 Gold and Silver Circle inductees. He's a World Series champion, 8-time MLB All-Star, and is nominated tonight for Outstanding Sports Personality Studio Analyst. Please welcome Pedro Martinez.
Yeah. Hola. Hola. Beautiful. That's how I like it. Well, I'm gonna try to be brief, but remember, I'm in the second language. Well, growing up in the Dominican Republic, few things really gave me comfort, like baseball. Listening to games, watching games, it felt like a world that was meant to be for me, right? Playing baseball? That's why covering sports in Spanish is so important. This industry is always looking for ways to engage fans and bring new ones into baseball, really. We only benefit when we have more voices in the room and more ways to enjoy our favorite sports. In other words, Spanish language broadcasting makes sure everyone can jump to their feet and cheer no matter where they're from, including sometimes chanting, "Who's your daddy?" As you know, we can
The
say now,
nominees for Outstanding Sports feature story in Spanish are Asa Delgado, Mundo Originals, Mundo NFL, Greenland, Venecia, ESPN, Los Colores del Istmo, Mundo Originals, Mundo NFL, María Elena Eres de Fuerza, ESPN, Etsy Reportajes, Rafael Campos, Sports Emmy, ESPN.
and the Emmy goes to Los Colores del Istmo.
No sé por qué dicen que el deporte del fútbol es para niños. De hecho, hay muchas mujeres que juegan fútbol. A mi compañera que le dijeron que iba a jugar fútbol, le dijo, y su mamá le dijo, tú eres hombre, y estaba ahí enfrente de ella. Ese deporte no es para ti, es para los hombres. Yo me enojé. Le dije, no es para los hombres nada más. Le dije, no, dice, entonces fueron a las machas como tú van a jugar.
First of all, thanks for this award. It means a lot to us. And given that Pedro gives us, we will do it in Spanish because it's in a Spanish feature. Gracias a Alexander, gracias a la comunidad de San Blas Atempa en el istmo de mi amado Oaxaca por abrirnos las puertas, por mostrarnos un poco de la magia y el misticismo de esta comunidad del istmo de Tehuantepec. Hace 2 años estábamos parados aquí recibiendo otro de estos premios hicimos un compromiso de contar todas estas historias a lo largo del mundo en español, recorriendo todos los rincones de México. Y ese compromiso sigue más vivo hoy que nunca, porque el flag football encontró en México un lugar donde hacer magia. Gracias a todos.
México,
The nominees for Outstanding Sports Studio Show in Spanish are Ahora o Nunca, ESPN, ESPN FC, ESPN, Fútbol Picante, ESPN, Línea de Cuatro, Univisión TUDN, Premier League Extra, Telemundo Universo, Peacock, Rumbo al Mundial, Telemundo Universo, Peacock.
And the Emmy goes to ESPN FC.
Accepting the Emmy, Executive Producer, Mari de la Pe.
Aquí en la posición de terreno de juego, Alex Pareja, Mario Suárez. Desde la posición de comentaristas llevarán el encuentro para ustedes Fernando Palomo, Eduardo Vizcayar, y ya los ven conviviendo con la gente Gemma Solé y el gran Moisés Llorente. En un instante iremos con todos ustedes para compartir esta...
Thanks to the Academy, thanks to our leaders, Freddie Rolón, Rodolfo Martinez, and Oscar, who believed in this show when we told them we wanted to do this in Spanish, and we wanted to produce it in Bristol. Thanks to the staff, who's way up there, see them all. To those that are there, to those that are not here, thank you for all your hard work. And then, last but not least, thanks to our families who put up with our crazy schedules. And this is as much yours as it is ours. We love you. Thank you.
The nominees for Outstanding Sports On-Air Personality in Spanish are Andrés Cantor, Telemundo, Universo, Peacock, Carolina Guillén, ESPN, Miguel Hurwitz, Telemundo, Universo, Peacock, Fernando Palomo, ESPN, Sammy Sadovnik, MLS Productions.
And the Emmy goes to Miguel Gorriz.
Estamos en lugar en donde llevaremos efectivamente la transición con dos equipos que cuando arrancó la temporada nadie imaginó iban a llegar al último partido de la campaña. Quien diga que sí, miente, porque estos dos equipos estaban en etapa de reconstrucción y aquí los tenemos con toda clase de méritos en el Super Bowl. Primero, Patriotas, creo que nadie le da el crédito que merece.
I should take this to the Dominican. That would cost you a lot of money to get there. Tickets are expensive.
Thanks for waiting. You know, the other day I was with my kids and they asked, Dad, what are you going to do if you win? And I said, I'll come back home and I will celebrate with you guys. And if you lose, same thing. Without the trophy? And I said, yeah, without the trophy. because just a simple fact to have a job and being able to love what you do and enjoy what you do every day, it's a blessing. There are millions of people that they hate their job, and we are all blessed that we love what we do. So it's an absolute blessing to work in a company like NBC Universal Telemundo. So to all the executive team, Joaquin, Julio, Miguel, muchas gracias. All the producers, I know I'm gonna miss a name, don't hate me for that. Victor Bermúdez, Sebas, Duber, Diego, Adriano, Camilo, Raúl, Aldo, Alexis, Vero, Enrique, all of you guys, thank you so much. My wife, Berito, te amo. My kids, I'll come back and celebrate with you guys. Te amo. Santi Gali, my mom, te amo, mamita. And Pedro, go Red Sox. Oh, yeah.
She's a forward for the Professional Women's Hockey League team, the New York Sirens. Please welcome Elle Harchi.
A team is more than the players you see out there on the ice. It's everyone who makes the game possible, from the trainers to the equipment managers to everyone in between. Sports television is no different. There's no show without the technical know-how of skilled professionals who don't get all of the glitz and the glamour, but do sometimes sit in a hot, loud truck all day to make it happen. Because without the following nominees, there would be no broadcast at all.
The nominees in Outstanding Technical Team Sports Event are College Football Playoff National Championship, ESPN, Fox IndyCar, the 109th Indianapolis 500, Fox FS1, Fox MLB World Series, Toronto Blue Jays versus Los Angeles Dodgers, Fox FS1, The Masters, CBS, Super Bowl 60, NBC Peacock.
And the Emmy goes to Fox MLB World Series.
Accepting the Emmy, Technical Supervisor, Michael Davies.
Lighting cameras like the low-home robotics, like the Megalodons, like the high-speed cameras that we use, allows us to make those replays feel like a movie.
It's about a 200-person crew, and moving these people, their gear, and then this year adding in a team that's crossing the border into Canada, that adds a lot more difficulty as far as car needs for all the gear.
You know, I don't know how you judge this award, right? I mean, all the nominees worked their ass off, but I will tell you this. Some things are fun doing and other things are fun having done. And I will tell you, that World Series was fun doing. We had an awesome time. But, you know, we were on the road for a month. So this award goes to certainly our families. It goes to these people behind me, Francisco Contreras, Brad Cheney, Tom Lynch. These are the tip of the spear. But it goes to our families. I mean, we were gone 4, Tom, you were probably gone 6 weeks. But I also want to present this award to the runners, to the utilities, to the people who are the glue in all of these productions. And now I really hope that they're Emmy eligible. But thank you very much.
The nominees in Outstanding Technical Team Sports Studio are College Game Day, College Football, ESPN, Fox NFL, Fox, NBA on Prime Video, Amazon MGM Studios, NFL Draft, ESPN.
And the Emmy goes to NBA on Prime Video.
Accepting the Emmy, Technical Supervisor, John Ward.
Amazon Prime Video, Mike Hopkins, Jay Marine, Jared Stacy, our great production group who pushes us every day to be better than we are, and the best Tech Ops team in the group, right here on stage. Many more men and women tonight that are watching right on stage 11, and I couldn't be more grateful and humble to be a part of this, and thank you very much.
The nominees in Outstanding Digital Innovation Sports are MLB App and XR, MLB, NFL on NBC, Madden NFL Cast, Peacock, Prime Insights, Prime Video, VIP, Yankee Stadium, Apple TV, World of Red Bull and Apple Immersive, Red Bull Media House.
And the Emmy goes to World of Red Bull and Apple Immersive, Red Bull Media House.
Accepting the Emmy, Executive Producer, Kelly Irving.
Standing here tonight is a reminder that best stories and the best innovation happen when people are willing to take a leap together. Thank you to the Academy for this honor, and thank you to Apple and Red Bull for believing in an idea that honestly felt a little impossible at times. To our athletes, thank you for opening your world to us. Trust is everything in storytelling, and you gave us access to moments most people never get to see. And to this team behind me, this really belongs to you. The long nights, impossible shoots, carrying gear up mountains, hanging off helicopters, figuring out how to make Apple Vision Pro feel emotional and human. You really made magic. Congrats. And what excites me most is this is just the beginning. We're redefining how sports stories are experienced, not just watched. So thank you, thank you.
The nominees for the George Wenzel Technical Achievement Award are College Football, Pavora Wireless Tilt Control, Cap Cam, Stabilized Cap Cam with Remote Tilt Control, ESPN, Fox IndyCar, Augmented Reality, Fox FS1, Fox MLB The Postseason, UmpCam AR Strike Zone System, MLB, The Last Crescendo, The Fourth Judge, First Ever AI Power Boxing Judge, DAZN, TGL presented by SoFi, Smart Pin Cam, ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Plus, 2025 Wrangler National Finals Rodeo, AIQ, where data meets dirt, Cowboy Plus, TWGAI.
And the Emmy goes to Fox MLB The Postseason.
Accepting the Emmy, innovator Ryan Zander.
This is one of these great technologies which combines two important things that we've been trying to do. The POV on the young and the AR enhancement.
Enhanced on-campus is a new benchmark in live sports visualization. Not only because it looks impressive, but because it works where precision is the hardest to maintain.
The ability to track.
So you're gonna play Take Me Out to the Ball game with me, even if I don't go going, all right? Thank you so much. Really, thanks to the Academy. Thank you to the other nominees in our category. We are inspired by all of you. Thanks to the Commissioner, Rob Manford, Deputy Commissioner Noah Garden, and Kenny Gersh for their support and belief in innovation. A huge thank you to our friends at Fox Sports. Eric Shanks, Brad Zager, Judy Boyd, Mike Davies, Brad Cheney, Matt Gangle, and Pete Macheska. Pete, where are you? Sure you don't want to come back? Come on. We also recognize our incredible technical team right behind me. Virtual Eye. This guy on the left flew all the way from New Zealand just to be here. Give him a round of applause. Full 6. RF Wireless, along with the entire MLB broadcasting team, many of which who are in the Broadcast Operations Center, hopefully watching this stream right now. MLB Baseball Operations, especially Matt McKendry. And finally, thank you to the MLB umpires. We ask so much of them every season, and their collaboration and partnership made this possible. So they're such an important part of our game. So we really thank them, and thank you everyone. Thanks.
Please turn your attention to the screen and join us as we honor this year's Lifetime Achievement Award winner.
Thank you all for being here. 15 years ago, one of my predecessors, Bill Rasmussen, announced the formation of ESPN. It was going to be a 24-hour sports network. There were quite a few skeptics in the audience at that time, if there was even much of an audience.
Steve started out in the programming department as an assistant programmer. And programming ESPN back in those days, it was a joke. I mean, it was really hard.
Steve, starting just a few months after ESPN went on the air, his first role was to assemble the 24-hour programming schedule. Literally the sports that we could get our hands on and acquire rights to.
We take for granted now about sports being 24/7, what a crazy idea that was, but bringing that to life from a programming standpoint originated somewhere in Steve's brain.
He was the one who first convinced the NFL to put the draft on television in the first place.
National Football League selection meeting is now in session.
Up until then, nobody thought it was worth watching.
Beyond that, he oversaw the whole progression of sports at ESPN.
I'm Mike Patrick, and it's great to have you with us for the Seahawks and the Broncos on ESPN.
Steve joined ESPN in 1980. He was appointed president and CEO 10 years later.
I cannot think of any other executive who is as comfortable in a production truck or in a programming meeting as he is at a negotiating table.
He greenlit the ESPYs, the X Games, many original programming projects that were very bold moves at the time.
Another thing that was interesting was Steve's management style. Whatever idea you came to Steve with, he would immediately shoot it down. And if you backed off, you were dead meat with Steve. But he wanted to see if you had the guts to kind of defend things.
We decided to launch the NFL Network. There was no one that we even considered other than Steve.
And I'll never forget, I called Steve Bornstein up with this great idea. How about the flagship show, NFL Total Access? We call it NFL Total Access with Rich Eisen. And his answer right away was, no way. If I give it to you, then I gotta give it to everyone else. Look, 6 months from now, when NFL Network's on the air and we're killing it, you will call me up and say to me, why the did I ever think of doing anything else?
This is the NFL Network. I am Rich Eisen, host of NFL Total Access, and this is our playground.
He's smart, he's direct, and boy, can he see things no one else could see.
He found so many different ways to make the NFL better and engage fans more. The schedule release, NFL honors, he really brought the combine to television.
Thursday Night Football.
We're certainly looking forward to it.
Steve was the champion of that.
And he turned the draft to a 3-day event, Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and there was tremendous opposition at the NFL office about doing that. And it was absolutely brilliant, and he was proven absolutely right about everything.
Arguably two behemoths in sports media, ESPN and the NFL. And the fact that one guy is responsible for both is almost hard to imagine.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Steve was very close with Jimmy Valvano. The V Foundation was started in Jimmy V's memory.
Since then, the V Foundation has made grants of upwards of $500 million. Steve Bornstein is the one that got that started and deserves credit for the work that's literally saving lives.
To present this year's Lifetime Achievement Award to Steve Bornstein, please welcome President of TKO and of WME Group, Mark Shapiro.
Exactly 20 years ago, it was my privilege to introduce the legendary storyteller Bud Greenspan for the 2006 Lifetime Achievement Award. Tonight, I am proud to honor a man that stands in that same rare air. Let's begin by acknowledging the most important fact. Steve Bornstein is one of the most influential, essential, and dynamic figures in the history of sports media. The foundations and extraordinary transformations of both ESPN and the NFL occurred because of his myriad talents, his unbridled competitiveness, and his incomparable fearlessness. Steve Bornstein had a bigger role in creating the modern day of ESPN, the ESPN that we've all grown up with, than any other individual, full stop. During much of ESPN's first decade plus, as mentioned in the tribute, ESPN was in fact often regarded as the junior varsity, the JV, by the venerable broadcast sports networks. It was called a no-frills cable operation. Built in the middle of remote, nowhere Connecticut, delivering second-rate content, outgunned and outspent by wide margins. Steve was singularly determined to destroy that image. Even before he became president, Steve instilled best practices and a competitive drive into the ESPN workforce, which really became almost a call to arms. He gave the people at ESPN confidence, pride, belief, meaning. Throughout its adolescence, Steve Bornstein taught ESPN how to win. And in doing so, he gave ESPN its legitimacy and its shine. His decision-making, as was mentioned in the tribute, was in fact fast, firm, and furious. And he was always brave, a visionary who refused to ever think small. Steve wanted ESPN to be more than a network. He wanted it to be synonymous with the word sport. He wanted it to be a way of life. And he wanted ESPN to be everywhere. So he launched ESPN Radio and ESPN2 and ESPN News and ESPN the magazine and an expanded Sports Center. He created College Game Day, and he brought ESPN into the internet age when most of the competitors didn't even know what the internet was. And the talent, from Berman to Vitale, loaded. And if you worked at ESPN under Steve, you actually believed in what he was selling. It was your oxygen. As the great ones always do, Steve Bornstein, well, he inspired you. I started at ESPN as a production assistant in Los Angeles in 1993, just in time to witness ESPN's golden era in person. And those early years of my career were spent under Steve's leadership. Now, experiences that shape our formative years are distinct. They're unlike any others that follow. My toolbox as a leader and as an executive is filled with lessons I learned from Steve Bornstein. Many of them arose in his infamous staff meetings. Now, Bornstein's staff meetings were next level. They were not for the faint of heart. You had to be full throttle every moment. And if you weren't fully prepared, there was no hiding. He was going to make you publicly accountable. A Bornstein staff meeting was Darwinian. Frightening for sure, but to be fair, also invigorating. And the high bar that Steve set, it was always something you pushed yourself to keep reaching for. At the age of 26, Steve hired me to be in charge of Sports Century. I would be overseeing one of ESPN's most ambitious projects in its history, looking back at the past 100 years in sports and putting it in context and perspective. Now keep in mind, 3/4 of that century I wasn't alive for. Steve's first piece of advice to me was, go sit with Roone Arledge. Sit there for as long as you can. Listen to everything he has to say. Soak it up. And don't leave until he kicks you out. See, if you were on Steve's team, his relationships were your relationships. After Sports Century won the Peabody Award and the Emmy Award, I received a handwritten congratulatory note from Roone Arledge. And I can still remember how much it meant to me to call Steve, to sit down with Steve, and to share it with Steve. When I call Steve Bornstein a prized mentor in my professional life, I'm keenly aware of the simple fact that there are dozens of others watching the stream or even in this room tonight who feel the same way over a quarter of a century. Now, one name that unfortunately can't be left out this evening, can't be with us, but can't be left out, is Bill Creasy, who you saw in the tribute. The former CBS legend wound up being a key counselor to Steve at ESPN. Now, Bill was a total outlier, not just as a sports producer and executive, but also as a human being. And Steve trusted him, and Steve relied on him, and Steve loved him. Bill was also invaluable as a presence in my career. And so I wish he could be here with us tonight to see his best friend, to see his colleague receive this honor. One of the things Bill was always most proud of was that Steve Bornstein did it his way. He didn't have patience for games or politics. He just didn't play them, even if it was risky. When Steve was locked in a 2-dog race for Michael Eisner's number 2 for his COO job at Disney, Steve, who was running ABC at the time, marched into Eisner's office and told him what he was doing wrong. Left to right, soup to nuts. Truths others didn't have the courage to even think about sharing with Michael Eisner. But that's who Steve was. That's who he is today. He gives you the real, even if you don't want to hear it. And even, in this case, if it ultimately cost him the job. Sometime after that, I was with Steve at the famed Elaine's when then NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue came in with Roger Goodell at his side, and they had made a beeline to Steve. Amazing moment, actually. They had decided they were going to turn the NFL into a media empire. And just as Roger said, Steve was the man out of central casting to run it all. And so began my experience of watching Steve from across the table. What did I come to realize? That as demanding as he was as a boss, the experience of actually negotiating with Steve, well, that carried with it an even higher degree of difficulty. When we went after Monday Night Football for ESPN, any hopes that Steve would maybe have a soft side or some deference for his former home, they were dashed from the very beginning. He dug in for the NFL. The talks were grueling. Those negotiations alongside Eisner, Iger, and George Bodenheimer at my side at the table remain some of the most intense experiences of my career. The results, of course, remain legendary to this day. What else is new? The NFL got record rights fees. Sunday Night Football was born on NBC, a real franchise, an institution that it's come to be. And the institution that was MNF, Monday Night Football, well, that and the music moved to cable. And so it was that ESPN was crowned. And, oh, by the way, P.S., Steve also made sure that the NFL Network became a force of its own. Look, I could go on and on. That's how much there is to say about Steve Bornstein and how much he means to me. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine having someone like this over your shoulder all these years, time and again? The counsel, the experience, the expertise, the relationships, the loyalty. A man like that always in your corner. We should all be so blessed in our careers coming up the ladder. I also know how much Steve means to the University of Wisconsin, where he received the 2023 Distinguished Alumni Award. and I know how much he means to the V Foundation, the amazing, critically important organization he co-founded. And most importantly, I know how much he means to his adoring wife, Carol, who's with us this evening. And of course, Steve's children, who are also with us, anxious to have a drink because they are of age now. But this has always been so visible because Steve's love and devotion to them have always been inextricably linked to who Steve is as a human being. In fact, I find it somewhat amusing, the paradox of it all, right? This guy who's ruthless in business, right? Fearless, an almost insane will to win, grinding all the time, joined together with the tender heart that he brings to his family. And really all the people that matter most to him. I know all of you here tonight and watching are appreciative of his lasting contributions to and his impact on our industry. So please join me, wait for it, in welcoming this 53-time Emmy Award-winning Titan to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Bornstein.
Thanks, Mark. Next time, do it with a little enthusiasm. The word I have tonight is humble. I'm feeling very humble tonight. I'm obviously humbled by this award. I'm humbled by the video that Ross and James made, and I'm always humbled by Mark Shapiro. You've heard the expression, 1 in a million. Well, Mark, trust me, is 1 in a billion. He's a really special talent. Recently, getting this award, I Googled, great Lifetime Achievement Awards speeches, and all of them had one thing in common. They were just basically a laundry list of people that enabled the recipient to be successful. So I'm going to spare you that tonight. But I am going to share with you my philosophy, which was always articulated vision. Surround yourself with the best people to execute it, and then stay out of their way. And over the course of my career, we have created many different things and built some great things. And we had a lot of fun doing it. I think we made the world, or at least our little corner of it, sports broadcasting, better for it. We accomplished something meaningful, including what was mentioned tonight, the V Foundation, which was actually announced 33 years ago on a stage not too far from here by Jim Valvano. And so for all of you that participated in this process that I've been around, and you know who you are, I bow low in your direction. I thank you. I'm going to mention 2 people tonight. One you heard, William Neville Creasy Jr. He has many credits to his name, including producing the first 2 Super Bowls ever. Bill was my best friend and mentor, and none of this happens without him. None of it. I would also like to acknowledge Carol. We have been together now 30 years, and those of you who know me may wonder how anybody could tolerate that, or even acknowledgement that would be large enough for her. But Carol, thank you for everything, for our family, and for everything that we've created and shared together. I couldn't love anybody anymore. And my sincere thank you to many of you who helped me get here. It's a team effort, as you all know, and so I thank you for this award, and last thing I want to say is, go Knicks.
From the NFL Network and NFL Films, please welcome Colleen Wolfe and Scott Graham.
everybody. It's so wonderful to be here tonight in front of all of you. What a crazy Tuesday this is, or Tuesday, maybe I should say, little go birds. But it is so rare for all of us to be under one roof. Every single one of you knows how crazy a sports schedule can be, so this is really special.
It's also a reminder of just how much talent is packed into every show and really every broadcast. And trust me when I say, I watch a lot of you folks on TV every night.
And as the faces on camera and the voices on the mic, we're lucky enough to be in the middle of all of the action. But with that luck comes a lot of responsibility. It's not just fun and games, even though that is integral to it.
So whether they're talking to players on the field, giving play-by-play, or putting out their opinions on a panel, on-air talent is often a proxy for the audience.
That's what we do is so special. And viewers view us as a connection to the game itself.
So the best on-air talent enhances our experience by giving us something to think about, something to smile about before, during, and even after the game.
The nominees for Outstanding Sports Personality Emerging On-Air Talent are Andrea Carter, ESPN, Katie George, ESPN, Jason Kelsey, ESPN, Matt Ryan, CBS, Paramount Plus, Netflix, Richard Sherman, CBS.
And the Emmy goes to Katie George, ESPN. The winner could not be here with us tonight, so the Academy accepts the award on their behalf. Congratulations, Katie.
The nominees for Outstanding Sports Personality Sideline Reporter are Tom Rinaldi, Fox FS1, Holly Rowe, ESPN, Laura Rutledge, ESPN, Lisa Salters, ESPN, Tracy Wolfson, CBS TNT.
And the Emmy goes to Tracy Wolfson, CBS.
He thrives in a challenge, and he thrives with a backup quarterback. He spent all week instilling confidence into Jarrett Stidham. His message to him, I'm not worried about you, Stiddy. Let it rip. As for Bo Nix, he did have surgery on that ankle this week. He is here today in the stadium watching. I had a chance to speak with him before.
Wow. This is crazy. I have to be honest with you. This has been an incredible night. First off, it's been said a lot, how lucky are we? I am so lucky to be able to do this job every single day. This is not a job. This is an unbelievable opportunity. I'm surrounded by incredible people. So many people talked about teamwork. I have an unbelievable team at CBS, led by David Burson, Harold Bryan, our whole management team, everyone from top to bottom. To the BAs, to the researchers. Someone mentioned runners. I was a runner for CBS. I was a researcher for CBS. To those BAs and researchers, I would not be able to do my job without you guys doing your job, so thank you. Thank you so much. To my basketball crew, led by Ken Mack and Mark Grant. To my football crew, Jim Rickoff, Mike Arnold. We had an unbelievable year. I can't wait to get back out there. Thank you. To my husband, we're going on 25 years this year. It's been talked about a lot. I would not be here without you. To my boys as well, thank you so much.
The nominees for Outstanding Sports Personality Event Analyst are Troy Aikman, ESPN, Tom Brady, Fox, Chris Collinsworth, NBC, Peacock, Greg Olson, Fox NFL Network, Bill Raftery, CBS, TNT, Fox.
And the Emmy goes to Greg Olson, Fox, NFL Network. Greg could not be here with us tonight, so the Academy accepts this award on his behalf.
The nominees for Outstanding Sports Personality Play-by-Play are Joe Buck, ESPN, Joe Davis, Fox, FS1, NFL Network, Ian Eagle, CBS, TNT, Netflix, Amazon, Jim Nance, CBS, Mike Tirico, NBC, Peacock.
And the Emmy goes to Mike Tirico. As you might guess, as busy as he is, the winner could not be here with us tonight. The Academy accepts the award on his behalf.
The nominees for Outstanding Sports Personality Studio Analyst are Charles Barkley, TNT, Clark Kellogg, CBS, TNT, Mina Kuntz, ESPN, Pedro Martinez, TNT, Candace Parker, TNT, CBS, Alex Rodriguez, Fox, FS1.
And the Emmy goes to Alex Rodriguez, Fox, FS1. Alex is not here to accept the award, so the Academy accepts the award on his behalf again.
The nominees for Outstanding Sports Personality Studio Host are Reese Davis, ESPN, Rich Eisen, NFL Network, ESPN, Disney Plus, Ernie Johnson, TNT, CBS, Scott Van Pelt, ESPN, Laura Rutledge, ESPN, Kate Scott, CBS, Paramount Plus.
And the Emmy goes to Ernie Johnson, TNT, CBS. The winner could not be here with us tonight. The Academy accepts this award on their behalf. Thank you.
Tonight, as we honor the people in this room who brought sports to so many fans around the world, we must also acknowledge the incredible mentors and friends and colleagues who sadly aren't with us anymore. Let's take a moment to remember those we've lost over the past year and thank them in our hearts for paving the path that we all walk today.
Did it for the sense of adventure, the fun, then just to see if we could do it, you know.
an 8-time Emmy winner and one of the most legendary Spanish-language football broadcasters of all time. Please welcome Andrés Cantor.
Good evening. I'll cut to the chase. Being in the studio is a good time. We get to break the news with flashy graphics and talk about our favorite sports, often while debating and laughing with each other. There are few things better than that. The best studio programs leave the audience knowing more than they came in with, while making them feel like they just spent a great day with some very well-dressed friends.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Studio Show Limited Run are College Game Day, College Football Playoff, ESPN, Football Night in America, NFL Postseason, NBC Peacock, Fox MLB, The Postseason, Fox FS1, Inside the NBA Playoffs on TNT, Road to the Final Four, CBS TNT.
And the Emmy goes to Road to the Final Four, CBS TNT.
Accepting the Emmy, executive producer, Harold Wright.
From San Antonio in the Alamo Dome, unbelievable, Ernie Johnson. Clark Kellogg is here, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, Jay Wright. Look, I'm just sat here to watch this happen. Doesn't make it any more believable. 25-8 run to finish the game for the Houston Cougars, who were down double digits, and suddenly came back as Duke went ice cold.
Oh, wow, amazing. I'm so proud to accept this for our team. Amazing, amazing team, as we've been talking about here tonight. This is two teams that have come together. We've been doing this for 16 years, the Turner Sports team and the CBS Sports team. So, incredible job by everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you to David and Luis. I know Luis was here a few minutes ago. Our senior management team, and all the great people out there, New York and Atlanta, 9 production teams on the road. This is an incredible, incredible group. And I just want to say thank you and proud of everybody out there.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Studio Show Weekly are College Game Day, ESPN, Inside the NBA on TNT, Monday Night Countdown, ESPN, the NFL Today, CBS, Thursday Night Football, Prime Video.
And the Emmy goes to College Game Day, ESPN.
Accepting the Emmy, producer Jonathan Wiley.
Our country can throw that football through those uprights right there. We'll give you $300,000. Are you okay with that? $300,000. If our country can throw it through those uprights, former Ohio State quarterback, no warm-up, full suit for Gavin.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to give all honor and glory to God, because without Him, none of us would be here. Thank you to our management team. Thank you for the incredible talent that sits on that desk and makes our lives a whole lot easier. And I want to thank these guys behind me, the team, the passion, the hard work. This is for you. So thank you guys for voting for us.
The what daily are. First things first, FS1. NBA Today, ESPN. NFL Live, ESPN. The Pat McAfee Show, ESPN. Sports Center, ESPN.
And the Emmy goes to NFL Live, ESPN.
Accepting the Emmy, host Laura Rutledge.
Fabulous Las Vegas, Arlington, Texas, Kansas City. This is where we initiate. Vanderbilt University is the site, but today it is Purdue University.
One-day contract, Purdue University.
Let's go. Live from Green Bay. This is football weather. No, this is football weather. I don't want to hear about the snow. This is beautiful. It's winning. What's up with that? I don't know if you get it. Yeah.
Thank you so incredibly much for this. I will say, we were in the very last row back there, so we had decided a long time ago that we were just having fun tonight and that this wasn't going to happen. So this is a big surprise for all of us. I want to give a big thank you to Mark Eisen, who's standing up here. He's holding that trophy because of what he has done for all of us, but especially me from the very get-go of what we've done with NFL Live. He's always treated me like an equal. He's been such a great collaborator, and I'm so thankful for him. I want to give a shout out to Jimmy Pitaro, to Burt Magnus, to Mike McQuaid, to so many, Lydell King. We have an incredible group, Tim Farrell, our great director, all of our producers on our staff. We would be nothing without you. And I do want to shout out my parents who are here tonight, Mom and Dad. We've been on so many adventures together. And this is just the latest one. And thank you to my husband, Josh, for making all of this possible. I could not chase these dreams without you. And then quickly, I just want to pass it over to Mina and Dan. Come on, guys. Come on. Dan, get up here. Come on.
I'll be really quick. Laura Rutledge, best host on TV, the best leader I've ever been around. Dan Orlowski, Ryan, Marcus, you guys are like brothers to me. You're a big part of why this show sings. And yeah, Mark, like, come on, Dan.
Thank you. I just continuously say when they kind of put our group together, do good work with good people the right way. We try to continue to do that with NFL Live, and thank you.
One more thing, congratulations to all the other shows in the group. You guys are all amazing, and it was an honor to be nominated with you.
You know him as the co-host of First Things First and What's Right with Nick Wright. Please welcome Nick Wright.
Before I get to the script, quick little story. So, a little stressed this morning, presenting, up for an award. I may or may not be involved in some of those podcast beefs Roy was talking about earlier. So I got in a bit of an argument with my wife, and I didn't want to apologize. And I was like, you know what? I'll apologize when I accept the award. Well, NFL Live just won the award we were nominated for, so baby, my bad. I gotta do it here. This is the best way I can do it. And if y'all look for vintage clothes, she has a great store in Harlem called Trintage. Check it out. Now, out of the way, we all love a good highlight reel. You get to see the best parts of the game edited together with no fluff and no downtime. And as obvious as it sounds, sometimes what we do is kind of like a massive show-long highlight reel. Editors, producers, and talent work together to choose the greatest moments and most interesting conversations and bring them together to keep us all on the edge of our seat.
The nominees in Outstanding Edited Sports Series hosted are E60, ESPN, Eli Manning presents The Undercovers, Baker Mayfield, Justin Jefferson, Micah Parsons, Crime Video, NFL Films presents FS1, Pablo Torre Finds Out, Meadowlark Media, TNT Sports Conversations, True TV.
And the Emmy goes to E60, ESPN.
Accepting the Emmy, host Jeremy Schaff.
in my notes. There used to be a lectern, right? When did they get rid of the lectern? Now you gotta like stand up here with just your notes and unfold them. We want to thank, obviously, the voters, the Academy. It's a terrific recognition of the show, which we've now been doing for 19 years. I particularly want to express just how great our leadership team is. Dan Lindbergh, Mike Johns, Robin Dunn, Megan Anderson, Heather Lombardo, and Jose Morales. Want to thank the big bosses too, Burke and Jimmy and Brian. And before I forget, I think this is the best team in the business. They're talented, they're hardworking, they're principled. 19 years is a long time to work together as a group. Usually we get along pretty well. And I just hope we continue to do this, and I feel like we're just getting started. Thank you very much.
The nominees and outstanding edited sports special are E60, Paid to Play, Understanding College Sports in 2025, ESPN, the Hall of Fame Knox Class of 2026, NFL Network, The Madhouse, NASCAR's Return to Bowman Gray Stadium, FS1, Not So Fast, My Friend, a Lee Corso Special, ESPN. Welcome to the NHL. Meet the Prospects, NHL Productions.
And the Emmy goes to... I was rooting for FS1, but I'm happy about this. Not So Fast, My Friend, a Lee Corso Special.
Accepting the Emmy, Senior Director, Ben Weber.
All right, that was not a lot of sound. All right, I'll go quick here. Please don't play me off. But it took a small but mighty village to pull this off, starting at the top with the Trust Our Leadership. Jimmy Pitaro, Burke Magnus, Brian Lockhart, Jose Morales, Mark Gross, and Matt Garrett instilled in us. A big thanks to our talent team, our DPs, production management, key art team, music, and everyone who touched this project. But none of this happens without our tremendous crew of APs, producers, and editors. Some of them behind me right now. Joe Disney and Vin Canamello for their leadership, Max Brodsky, Jen Chaffetz, Chris Duzan, John Fish, Alex Nolan, Frank Saraceno, Chris Schwartz, and Jim Galliero, and editors. Brian Barkas, Devon Farquharson, Ivory Johnson, Rob LeBay, Travis Newman, Amanda Winkler, and the incomparable Warren Wolcott. Or Kirk Herbstreit, who was integral in helping bring our vision to life, literally walking Coach through so many key moments in his life and career. Everyone we talked to for this project had a story about how Coach Corso changed their lives. Whether he was helping to integrate the ACC, leading Indiana to their first bowl game, or being the father figure to so many people on college game day in front of and behind the camera. And if you'll allow me just one moment, I have one personal story. My dad had a stroke in 2010, about 9 months after Coach did. It was the end of a long season for Coach that he worked so hard to get back to. And my dad had lost his ability to speak. He was a little bit down until one day the phone rang at my parents' house in Oil City, Pennsylvania. And my mom was shocked when she heard, "Hey, it's Lee Corso. Can I speak with Doug?" And Coach, he did just that. He talked my dad through it. He gave him the boost he needed, and it was just what our family needed in that moment. That's my story. But there are so many of those stories because that's who Coach is. He cares about everyone he's ever met, and he impacts them in ways he will never know. We love you, Coach. This is for all you've done, not only for college football, but for everyone you've ever crossed paths with, including many in this room tonight. Thank you all so much for this honor. It's one we'll hold very special in our hearts. Here's to you, sweetheart. Thanks all.
The nominees in Outstanding Edited Sports Event Coverage are Four Nations Face Off, Unveiled, NHL Productions, NFL Game Day All Access, Super Bowl 60, YouTube, Official Film of the 2025 Masters, CBS, Road to the Super Bowl, NBC, UFC The Walk, Topuria vs. Oliveira, UFC.
And the Emmy goes to Four Nations Face Off Unveiled, NHL Productions.
Accepting the Emmy, Executive Producer Steve Bayer.
Let's finally drop this puck, get the action going.
Thank you. I would like to thank our partners here, Wright Films and the NHLPA, but it's this group of people that got it done. Our producer, Jay Nelson, and an incredible team, Tim Kowalski, Kim Guidera, Max Solomon, Craig Axelrod, and Russ Sabarini. Four Nations was emotional, it was intense, and we thank you for recognizing that we were able to put a program together that showed off hockey at its finest. Thank you.
She's about to cover the World Cup. Please welcome sideline reporter and on-air personality for Fox Sports, Jenny Taft.
This is it. So thank you all who are still here. The final categories, and these ones are actually pretty fitting because we've spent the whole night waiting with bated breath to see what happens next. Just like our audiences with live shows and specials. Creating great live television takes extreme focus, especially in sports, which is, as we all know, crazy on a good day. But that's also maybe why all of us love it so much. An entire crew moving in sync, often in multiple locations, with a dozen producers leading the way, and sometimes shouting in everyone's ear. But when it comes together, and it's a miracle every time it does, the people at home get the best seat in the house, and there's no better feeling.
An outstanding live sports special non-championship event are Fox MLB The 95th All-Star Game, Fox, the 151st Kentucky Derby, NBC, Peacock, Monsters Sunday Football, ESPN, NHL in ASL, 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series, NHL Productions, NHL on ESPN, Four Nations Face Off, ESPN.
Okay, and the Emmy goes to Fox MLB, the 95th All-Star Game.
Accepting the Emmy, coordinating producer, Pete Macheska.
MVP material if he gets the third one right here.
Well, as the producer, I'm probably the wrong person to be accepting this award because I'm nothing more than a traffic cop in that game. But I'd like to thank some of the people who really deserve this. Director Matt Gangle, my announcers Joe Buck and John Smoltz, along with Joe Buck over through the years. You had to put up with me constantly in your ear in this game. That is an awful thought, I'll tell you that right now. To Chuck Torres and the MLB PR people that convinced the players to come to our shoots and wear the mics and talk with Joe and John during the game. To our technical crew, which of course has already won an Emmy, with single shout outs to Joe Karp and his audio, who also won an Emmy. I just want to add one other person on there, to Sid Drexler and our coordinating executive producer, Judy Boyd. To the creative minds of P.T. Navarro, Brian Biederman, and Brian Carlucci. They, along with their staff of shooters, put together all the tape elements. And lastly, to my wife, Sue, daughter Lindsay, and son Ryan, who for 22 years had to put up with me saying, boy, I can't wait until this All-Star game is over. And lastly, I guess I'll add one more guy, to Kyle Schwarber for hitting 3 home runs in the tiebreaker swing-off to win the game for the National League. No one knew that was going to happen. Thank you very much.
The nominees in Outstanding Live Sports Series are Fox NFL, Fox, Monday Night Football, ESPN, ABC, Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli, ESPN, Sunday Night Football, NBC, Peacock, Thursday Night Football, Prime Video.
And the Emmy goes to Sunday Night Football.
Accepting the Emmy, coordinating producer, Rob Highland.
To win the division for the Ravens. The final play of the regular season for the final spot in the playoffs. Tyler Luke from 44. Zach holding the kick. He's so good. He's right. And the Steelers are the champions of the...
Thank you. I'm standing up here representing hundreds of people that work on Sunday Night Football each week. I'm so humbled and proud to be representing the legacy that Fred Gaudelli started 20 years ago, and to be accepting the 12th statue for Sunday Night Football in this category. To our incredible, the newly married Fred Gaudelli, excuse me. Congratulations. Thank you, Drew Esikoff, the Hall of Fame director. To our leadership, Rick, Sam, who's in OKC, but did break the news to Mike Tirico that he won the Emmy tonight on the air. To our incredible technical and operations team, Ken Goss, Vinny Rayo gets a shout out tonight. To our great partners at the NFL, we wouldn't be up here without the great games and the great moments we get to cover. So thank you. And to my wonderful wife, the best teammate in the world, thank you. I love you. Good night.
The nominees in Outstanding Sports Playoff coverage are College Football Playoff, ESPN, Fox MLB, the American League Playoffs, Fox FS1, Fox NFL, the NFC Playoffs, Fox, NBC NFL Playoffs, NBC Peacock, NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament, CBS, TNT.
And the Emmy goes to Fox MLB, the American League Playoffs.
Accepting the Emmy, coordinating producer, Pete Macheska.
Growing up in that household, and growing up in Major League stadiums, Major League clubhouses, he'd follow his dad everywhere, and he'd be 6-7-year-old kid making the big leaguers say, "There's no way." Tell me how old this kid is. Watch his foot tap. That's the timing of when he's on top.
I'm not Pete Macheska, obviously. Thank you for recognizing our amazing team that we have covering postseason baseball. As all you know, it takes efforts of hundreds and hundreds of people to put on this show. They really deserve the credit for this award. A special thanks to Pete Macheska, who's now backstage. He is not retired officially. He's just retired from covering baseball. It's been my distinct privilege to sit next to him these past 9 years. Thanks again on behalf of our entire team and our great announcers, Joe, John, Ken, and Tom. Thank you.
The nominees in Outstanding Live Sports Special Championship event are College Football Playoff National Championship, ESPN, MLB World Series, Toronto Blue Jays versus Los Angeles Dodgers, Fox. The Masters, CBS. NBA Finals, ESPN. Super Bowl 60, NBC, Peacock.
All right, this is it. The Emmy goes to Fox MLB World Series, Toronto Blue Jays, Los Angeles Dodgers.
Thurman sends a fly ball to center field. Varsho's going back before the clock strikes out. Danny Freeman has ended it. It's a repeat hero with the last word on a game.
Wow, we've had a pretty good run here lately, huh? Well, on behalf of Director Mike Gangle, right here, and the entire Fox Baseball production and technical crew, just want to say thank you. Know that it's late and people want to get the heck out of here and have some drinks. But let me personally say thank you to everyone who has ever worked in October and on the World Series, not just this year, but over my 22-year span. Special thanks to those at MLB who have been so cooperative during my tenure as producer, especially my buddies, Chuck Torres and Bernie McDonald. It has been a complete pleasure to spend the last 22 Octobers with all these people on this crew. As you can tell, we're a pretty close-knit group. But on behalf of our Fox production technical crew, we would like to give this trophy to someone who has had a couple of health problems and couldn't be with us over the last couple of years. Chris Ober, a runner who has driven me and Matt many times to the stadium and back, has been a little down on his luck. Hopefully this turns it around. Chris, buddy, this is for you, and thank you to everybody.
It's over. We did it. It's over. Play the organ. Play some organ stuff. Thank you all so much for coming out and being a part of the 47th annual Sports Emmy Awards. Thank you to the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, YouTube, for restraining. Congratulations to all the nominees and good luck to everybody trying to survive New York City during the NBA Finals. Good night. I'm going to adjourn.
Evaluated by members of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences and other qualified industry peer professionals. Judging is conducted securely online. Prior to announcement, results are known only to the independent accounting firm of Lutz & Carr, LLP. Full competition rules and guidelines are available at enter.theemmys.tv.